The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Damn, the crowd are alive.
I know. My hand's in it. That's a lot of clapping.
Yeah.
You know, I'm used to like 38 seconds of that.
Mm.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Real BBC. I'm your host, Gary will be late. as what a surprise. He's going to be late. His cable that he brought is not working, so he needs to wait for the shop to open up. And then he needs to buy it, come back to the hotel, set it up. There's going to be about 30 minutes late. But we do have content.
You'll let anybody in here.
for him this week. Just, you know, our new permanent host. I'm only joking.
Yes, surprise, everybody.
Gary's out. Drinkers in.
It's time for a shake-up around here, goddammit.
There's changes. With Disney changing around here.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we'll go through that today. But first of all, welcome to my co-host, Molly. How you doing, Molly?
Oh, hello.
I'm doing great. It's so weird to just keep bouncing between all these streams with exactly the same people.
I know. Nepotism, right?
It's great. I heard about those things. So, yeah, I'm doing good, you know. There's nothing to update. I'm just watching mostly bad things and sometimes good things.
We're gonna hopefully watch a good trailer today.
Wonders will never cease.
Oh, we got right. The Witcher trailer dropped. Don't worry, that's not good. There is a Flash trailer dropping during the show at 8 p.m. Wow. The Flash trailer, the final Flash trailer is going to drop, and the Equalizer 3 trailer has dropped with Denzel. And
shit!
Yes, so we're going to have a look at that. I haven't seen it yet. But we're going to look at the Equalizer 3 trailer from Denzel. I love the first Equalizer. Like the second Equalizer. First one, though, I didn't love that film. Ooh. So, you know, Queen Latifah, move aside. Denzel is coming through as the proper OG. And we have a special guest host today because Gary can only be with us for a limited time because he's in Las Vegas, Viva, of the Critical Drinker. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. As Muller, you know, it's great to finally see you at last. I've been wanting to stream with you for a while, so it's great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah,
nice to see the dogs up and about. It's like,
yeah, look, Smokey, come here.
What's wrong? Hello.
There he is. He appeared in shot for a second there.
I'm used to it playing dead, you know.
I know. Don't worry, we'll have a dog cam ready for open bar because when I didn't do it last time, people were mad. So yeah, give them what they want.
Gotta give the people what they want. It's been a quiet week.
We've lost Az.
He's killed himself.
Yeah.
It's been a quiet week. No, I mean, God, every week, you're kind of thinking when you do a weekly show, as you all know, as both of you all know, multiple weekly shows. Sometimes you finish your show and you're just like, you know, what if there's nothing to discuss next week? What should we do? What should we have? Every week, something is dropping. Something big always seems to drop. And Disney, they are just all over the place. Now, I didn't see The Mandalorian season 3, but
good move.
You better
I saw the finale thanks to Muller here. Thanks, Muller.
Katie
traded
Sackhoff had some things to say, which we're going to have a look at.
Oh, that one escalated fast, didn't it?
She kind of did some Scott Steiner maths there as well.
Are you in the 2% as? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like 2%. Are these people mad?
Yeah.
Come on, you need to up those numbers, Katie.
Give her a due. She's a pretty cool lass. Like I like Katie Sackhoff.
I do like Katie Sackhoff. I might not like Disney Star Wars. Was it? Sorry, Disney shit Clown Wars.
You got there in the end.
New name for it. Yeah,
I got there in the end. I might not like that, but I like Katie Sackhoff, and she did quite a funny. Should we listen? Should we listen to what Katie Sackhoff has to say?
Let's plunge in deep.
Oh my!
Oh, I'd plunge in. That's all I'm saying. So this is what Katie Sackhoff had to say about the Mando.
I don't know, like 70% are like super excited about Bo. You got 20.
I think you're being generous there, Katie.
That are like, I hated the whole thing. You know, you got 5% that you just hate Bo, and then you got 2% that want me to sit on their face.
Only.
I'm trying to do the maths there as well. It's like, yeah, I failed it in high school, so I'm not going to try.
There's 70% that really liked it. There's 10%. She kind of went from 20 to trying to lessen it. 10% that hated the whole thing. 5% were not happy with Bo. So that's like, what's that? So that's 70, 80, 90. Well, 85, 95, one of the two. And then 2% that want her to sit on the face.
So there's a mysterious...
There's a 3% gap here. Like, those are people who are just kind of nonplussed about the whole thing.
Yeah. I have nothing to say on the matter.
I don't have an opinion on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wait for an opinion to be given to me. Thank you very much. Having not seen it, I've not even heard any. The only positive thing I've heard about Mandalorian season 3 is George saying George the Giant Slayer saying he liked the first episode, and then after that,
yeah, I mean, good on him. Like someone in chat just pointed out, she should reverse the numbers, and then it makes sense. Yeah, it's more accurate.
But I mean, even in a sort of mollycoddled bubble that they definitely live in, only 70% in her bubble said they liked it.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I think she's pretty real. I think about like the divisive nature of season 3, and we talked about it on Open Bar a fair bit more. It's not been a great season, and I think a lot of the people who clung onto the Mandalorian as the great hope for Star Wars, this is the show that launched all the TV universe, and it was going to save Star Wars. This is really the end point of it. We've gotten to see what the Mandalorian ultimately is going to be, and it's not great. And it's everyone's just come to that realization now.
It was off to an awkward start because they reset with Grogu, right? That pissed off a lot of fans because it felt like the progress of 2 seasons was just flushed out the toilet. It's like, okay. And then, of course, this season ends by undoing the sacrifice of the robot in the first season. And they're just living on some ranch or whatever. Felt very weird. I was keeping track of a couple people's reactions to the last episode. A lot of people were confused. They're just like, what are we... Because I don't know if you know how it ends but basically... Mando just goes and buys a house or gets given one, and he's just hanging out in it with Grogu, and that's how it ends. It's very like, and they lived happily ever after sort of thing. Yeah, it's like what? Like,
this is just this kind of relationship that Mando and Grogu had. It wasn't the kind of relationship that could be sustained. It was always going to be a short-term thing, and that's why I think the finale of season 2 made so much sense. It's like, okay, I've taken you as far as I can, and ultimately, your path is going to take you on a different direction. You're all about the Force, the Jedi. I can't help you with that. You need to go and find your own people and embrace that part of yourself. And that's not something I can do. And it's a good way to say goodbye to him, I think. As much as the show in general wasn't great, I thought it was a reasonable end to their character arc. But then to just bring him back and be like, no, they're just going to stay together forever. And like Grogu's just going to be dicking around, eating random animals. And Mando's just going to be chilling on the porch watching him. It's like, that's That's not how it works. That's just a cop out. It's just cheap.
Well, you can't help but feel bad for Katie as well, because she's capable of so much more. But what do they have her do as Bo? She took control. That was basically it.
There's nothing to her character, and like
Yeah.
she gets to take her helmet off more than Mando does, which is nice. So she gets to theoretically act, but like the script doesn't really allow her to do anything because her character has no personality. Like I genuinely, if you ask me now, like what sort of person is Bo-Katan, I couldn't fucking tell you. She's a cardboard cutout of a person. All I know about her is that she just really wants to lead the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. Like, I don't know if she's a bubbly person, adventurous, easily provoked, cool, methodical, calculating, whatever. I don't know any of it because the script doesn't give me anything to her. There's just nothing. She's flat and just like emotionless in everything that she does.
I mean, that seems to pretty much sum up any female character nowadays. This is the thing that gets me. We all get criticized. Oh, you hate women. No, we hate badly written women. We have no problem with good, well written female characters, and the problem that we have is they're all so flat. And I don't mean just chest wise. They're just so flat in their personalities. They're just so flat in what they're allowed to do. They're not allowed to be vulnerable. They're not allowed to have any of that. They've got to be stoic. They've got to be because stoicism equals strength. And it just makes performances so bland. People need to be. The thing with the Mandalorian is because Dow Egberts, whatever he's called, the Mandalorian, Ding Dow Egberts, his character is so flat in itself. The characters around him need to be an antithesis of that. They need to be lively and bubbly to balance that stoicism.
I mean, yeah, in his case, I could live with it because he's the man with no name. He's the Clint Eastwood character, and it's like, okay, fine. You know, he doesn't have a huge amount of expression, and you don't know a huge amount about him. He's a mystery. And that's great. You know, you can do a lot of interesting stuff with that. But like you say, it hinges on giving us a bunch of really colorful, interesting characters to play off him. Mm-hmm. And in Bo-Katan, you don't have it. You know, even Gina Carano's character, Cara Dune, like she wasn't particularly emotive or like brimming with personality. The closest you probably got is that fucking hillbilly mechanic lady with the missing teeth. It's just like, but that's just like the actress like absolutely tearing the arse out of it. Like that's all you got really in terms of like personality.
Bill Burr was fine.
Bill Burr was good, but he's not in it anymore, really.
Yeah, well, he probably had one of the best minutes, best moments of the whole series in season 2.
Yeah, and it came out of fucking nowhere when they do characters like that. Because you're like, wait, oh god, this is like a regular TV show suddenly. What's going on here? Because I famously don't like these seasons, but it's partly because of the fact that there's so little character. I find it insane that we've gotten into 3 whole seasons, and it's applicable to everyone. Like this weird writing approach where they like refuse to let characters do anything. That do you remember the episode where the child was kidnapped by the evil dragon? No, wait, neither of you saw it.
No.
I'm really happy I didn't see that one.
Oh, the child. Oh, do you know who that child is, by the way?
Oh, it's Jimmy Kimmel's son, right?
It's I think it's the other one.
Or nephew.
I think it's the other host, is it? I think it's either Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel's son.
One of the generic Jimmys.
Yeah, one of the generic Jimmys who I can't tell apart. Fucking white people. Am I right? It's their son, so it's like Hollywood nepotism just shining through once again. I think
when we were watching it, its kid gets kidnapped, and then they spend like fucking 10 minutes trying to figure out whether or not they'll be able to save him, go in what way. All the Mandos, right? 'Cause it's just a Mando exclusive thing. They're all just delivered monotone lines of just like, if we go here, we could get it, but it might eat him if it go this way. And if we use our guns, it will eat him. If we use our jetpacks, it will eat him. We have to sneak up on him by just all that stuff. And we were desperate on Eve. I was like, come on, just have one of them show an emotion. Have one of them talk about something they value. And
this is the way.
Bo-Katan's like leading them, and there's this part where they're about to have food. She's like, oh, how do we have food? I've got our helmets. It's like we all go into different areas and don't look at each other and take our helmets off. And I was just like, fuck.
This is
stupid.
this is the kind of stupid shit that is like part of a parody video. Like if you were to make fun of the Mandalorians, this would be the kind of conversation I would play out. Like, well, I'm gonna eat now. Everyone turn away. Don't look at me. Well, I'm gonna take my helmet off. That's the kind of stupid stuff.
It was like they had food, there was a fire, and I was like, this has got to be it. I'll have a scene where someone talks about something interesting, and it's like, oh, now it's morning. And it's like, what? And then they go and try to save this kid. They get to the top of it. One of the Mandos, the Jon Favreau Mando, he's like, oh, is my son here? And then we were all like, wait, he's your son? The kid that was kidnapped was your son? Like, they didn't mention this at all throughout the whole... Everyone was just like, you could have done something with that.
Oh, also, I really want... I have to point out, like, I don't know, if I was a parent and, like, a fucking bear came along and dragged my child off into the woods, I wouldn't think, like... Okay, we need to organize a rescue mission. I imagine we'll catch up with it at some point tomorrow, and I think the kid will still be okay, because bears are, like, animals are well known for, like, just taking people away and playing with them for a while, a couple of days before actually eating them. It's like, of course it's going to kill him immediately.
One of the things I was saying when we were watching it, I was just like, can we
You're
have
hunting
one
for food, for fuck's sake?
Just one character be like a little emotional because a child has been taken and soon to die, and then I find out one of them is his fucking dad. I was like, fuck. They're all the same, but you know that they think it's really cool that everyone wants to see all of the helmeted, jetpacking, gun shooting people be like, I have no emotions.
See, this would have been
Mandalorian.
This would have been a great time to pierce the veil of the Mandalorians. To have them normally be so composed and so stoic and so emotionless, and then when one of their own gets taken, they go into full-on fucking thermonuclear mode and just, like, go immediately after this thing, all guns blazing. Because
helmets off, a whole lot.
Yeah, that's how much they care about protecting their own. That would have been an interesting insight into their real psychology. But it's like, no, they're just robots. They just do whatever the plot needs them to do.
Fucking pity that they made this stupid rule about the helmets, because none of them, you get to see none of their faces, so they can't act that way. They're gonna have to do it all through voices, and then they make them do all the fucking monotone voices. Why? I can't tell the difference between any of these people. If I have to listen to that stupid armorer one more sentence, I can't take it.
Oh, I'm so glad I did. I really am. I mean, I had no interest into it after everything that was going on, but I think I've dodged a multitude of bullets with that season. But is there going to be a season 4?
Oh yeah. Oh,
is it going to be just Bo-Katan then?
I mean, the rumor is that Favreau's out, so...
Yes, that's the rumor, anyway.
You've got a Dave Filoni helmed season. Like, whoa, can't see that going wrong. It's just going to be how many Clone Wars characters are going to be crammed into this one. Yeah,
apparently he's like the sole writer at all of Ahsoka. That's going to be a big eye-opener for what we're in for Star Wars, if he's got full control of it. Because I think he's getting more control as time goes on. Or at least more shows. Apparently he's got a new movie, right? So...
Yeah, I mean, the way I understand it is, like, it was Favreau initially who was brought in to do The Mandalorian. Like, it was his idea. He pitched it to Bob Iger, and it's like, yeah, okay, do that. And, like, he was basically saddled with Dave Filoni, as like a coach. Like, it was Kathleen Kennedy who introduced the two, something that she never stops bragging about. It's like, yeah, I brought these two creative minds together, but I think Favreau's like, yeah, thanks for that, Kathy. And, it's just been, like... His influence has grown and grown, and I get the feeling it's gotten very, very strong this season. And look what we've ended up with.
Well, they wasted so many characters, though. We'll go into the Temuera Morrison statement in a moment, but I watched some of the Book of Boba Fett. The first episode, I think the 4th with Luke, and then the final one to see how it ended. And I do recall that when Cad Bane came into the show, people just like, oh, this is an interesting looking character. This is an interesting looking character. They're mean, they're nasty. This is a good. Oh, he's dead now. And if you've watched the Clone Wars, there's so much that goes on between Cad Bane and Boba Fett as a child, as a youngling. And so it just the way that they just did that was so wasteful for what they could have done. But let's have a look at what Temuera Morrison had to say about
Well, so-
Mandalorian season 3, shall we?
Right before you read it, right? Before Mando season 3 came out, I remember there was a tweet or a couple going around that was saying like, Boba Fett confirmed to be in Mando season 3. I remember making fun of it on a stream. I was like, oh, can't wait, gonna be great, can't wait to see it. He didn't turn up. He wasn't in it at all, which was like, oh,
This is the way.
even I was surprised by that because I was like, they didn't throw him in for an episode where he's just like, I'm Boba Fett, shoots his gun, you know? And I was like, that's kind of strange. I would have thought they would. And then a lot of people were quote tweeting that tweet from back in the day from that account, being like, so you lied? This was a fucking lie. And it's like, well, you know, so maybe it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Well, let's see, shall we? So Temuera Morrison, Boba Fett, in case you don't know, from the prequel trilogies as well, you know. I was supposed to be in the Mandalorian season 3, but nobody rang me. He's just committed Harry Carey with that first line. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand. Big ups. Waiting and wanting to give up. Well, that Mando guy stole a few chapters of my book. It was painful watching him turn up with some black new lethal sword, and the way he turned up in my book of Boba, he just destroyed everything, everybody. I'm sure this guy is ruining my show, but I couldn't say anything. I'm not the writer, so I have to bear it, I guess. I think there is a few changes going on. We also come under the big umbrella known as Disney now, too. So it's one of the many previous few conversations we had in LA. The dialogue began like, oh, look, we're having a few changes. We're having a few cutbacks. And while you hear that on the different finish of the road, it's no good attempting to barter any more cash that's for positive. So we'll see what occurs. You just
I feel like with Temuera Morrison in that last paragraph was replaced by a malfunctioning AI. It's weird. Like the language he uses is so bizarre.
I
had to read it a couple of times and I still don't get it.
Yeah, it's like, and while you hear that on the different finish of the road, like, what the fuck are you even trying to say?
Come again?
Maybe it sounded better in voice, like the gaps make it sound more human-like, because I'm with you, it does sound a bit AI-ish at the last paragraph. It's like, what? But I mean, the most interesting part, of course, the first two paragraphs. That's just like, damn. Like, I was supposed to be in it and nobody fucking rang me. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I just
nobody
imagine
rang me and he ruined my show.
Yeah, I just imagine him pottering around in his house, like, come on, ring.
Ring.
But yeah, like, I wonder if he even knew that they were going to have those Mando episodes in Book of Boba Fett before they were aired. Or if it was just like, you know, he shot the scenes with Mando or whatever stunt actor was available on set that day in the helmet. And he just thought that was like the extent of his participation. He was just going to show up unexpectedly at the climax to help him out in this battle scene. And not knowing that there was like an extra couple of episodes that were literally just Mandalorian episodes shoved in there. If so, goddamn, that must have been such a shitty experience for him.
Yeah, it's I think it was Fringy found it in somewhere, but when they were filming Book of Boba Fett, at least in like the first episodes, they weren't even sure what they were filming. They thought it might have been Mandalorian season 3. So if I would probably want to tell Temuera Morrison when he was
read it like this. I was supposed to be in Mandalorian season 3, but nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up.
sounds just like him.
We were all wanting to give up, to be fair, but yeah, it wasn't just Mando that ruined his show. It was the terrible writing.
Well, yeah, but I would also have told him when he was making it, I'd be like, dude, you're filming like what seems to be about 4 episodes, maybe 5. No, it was like 4.5 of actual stuff. The rest is like 2 more added on from a show that's not even yours to make 7. It's like what a weird fucking production. Like you're not really getting a TV show. You're getting, can you film a bunch of shit that we can put out until we sort out Kenobi, and then we can sort out Mando again.
I just
Boba
imagine
Fett
as well,
wasn't
like
a TV show.
I
That
know.
wasn't a TV show.
it was a bunch of like other shows crammed together
Yeah.
into one. But I just imagine him reading the scripts and it jumps from like episode 4 to episode 7. He's just like, what's in these other 2 episodes? Don't worry about it, Temuera. We got it
He's
covered.
got an episode 5. Boba Fett walks into a room.
That's amazing. Like, you have the whole Mando episode, and then it comes back. Like, it starts to get him back into Boba Fett. He does show up, but he doesn't say anything. Do you remember that? Like, it was
That's what I'm talking about. That was his script for the whole episode.
so fucking
Walks
funny.
into
Even
room.
Even the other characters could say some shit. I think his like personal bodyguard lady, she was saying shit, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Fennec Shand.
That's the one. Yeah.
I think I've cancelled the hot toy for that.
Oh no.
Oh, what a loss.
I went round my hot toy account, well, my sideshow account. Anything from Disney, Star Wars that wasn't 501st just got wiped. I
What
just
a shame.
cancelled it all.
But yeah, I guess it's just confirmation that they're all over the place. The fact that they would have told him like, yeah, you'll be in season 3, and then I don't know, someone forgot to call him. Like,
You remember the Gamorrean guards that just walked off a cliff?
yeah, and they looked worse than they did in the OT for some reason.
Well, yeah, they've been on the keto diet, these Gamorrean guards, haven't they? Like, where are the big boys? They've been too. Because we think when they showed up in the Mandalorian for the first time and they were like thinner, and we were like, oh, this is because they're having their life of luxury isn't how it used to be with Jabba. But no, apparently they just wanted to make less body positive Gamorrean guards. I don't know.
Well, they were trying to sexualize them. Really, it's all exploitation at this point. Disgusting. That's what I say.
Rancid.
But in all fairness to Temuera Morrison, well, when I say in all fairness, I'm going to shit all over him. I like him. I like him as a guy. But that show was shit.
It was awful.
It was absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Just going through what he was like. I watched that first episode of Book of Boba Fett, and I could not believe what I was seeing. And then you saw the stupid Vesper gang. Remember them? With guys spinning around to do a shot. Who does that?
Somebody thought it was good.
Let me do a 360 spin and shoot my.
This is what happens when you put the wrong people in charge of shows like this.
Yep. That's not good, man. That is.
It's so bad. I feel like I've kind of almost blanked it from my memory. Like, if you ask me what happens in Book of Boba Fett, I could barely give you an answer. There was a lot of him just like wandering around in the desert. There was a train at one point. There was the Vespers. That's pretty much it. And there was a video game cutscene in the final battle that was just like blasting away at some, battle droid for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Ran out into the middle of a plaza and just started shooting their guns, and it was so cool and awesome and really great and cool.
Yeah, I was so
There's like
excited.
no character in any of this shit. I think even Temuera Morrison said like before, like maybe a month ago, that it'd be nice to get back to playing Boba Fett at some point.
Yeah, he said
He
said something along the lines of Boba Fett had lost his edge and wasn't. He needed him to man up a bit, and
I just think poor Temuera, because he is an actor from a different generation, and I guess because he's not been like super like busy over the past like 20 years or so, he's not been plugged into that Hollywood bubble, and he doesn't know all the correct things to say, all the politically acceptable things to say, and it's just like your dad kind of wandering into a pride event or something and being like, what the fuck is all this nonsense? Like,
why is everyone gay?
yeah, just something like that, just saying all the wrong things, and it's just like, yeah, it's gonna end his career with Lucasfilm, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I think he's okay. He'll be okay.
Like this. You got to be careful. But the thing is, he is Boba Fett and all the clones, so
Yeah.
I suppose they can replace him with AI on the clones at least. But we'll see.
Lucas tried that. CG clone soldiers. Oh.
I remember that.
Speaking
We
of
remember.
clones, hello.
Hey,
Oh my god.
What the dickens?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a shirt. Yeah,
It's
it's my Vegas shirt, baby.
You got the universe in a t-shirt.
I got
Yeah.
the universe trapped in a t-shirt. Hi, gentlemen.
A galaxy far, far away on there.
No, it's
Okay.
actually a really small galaxy, and the Mandalorians are just flying around meeting each other.
Oh no, no.
Is there a planet and then there's just a load of us just like in your orbit?
No, shut up. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Did you catch the Temuera Morrison thing, Gary?
No. I heard people complaining about it, but like I didn't know what it was about.
It basically,
I can bring it back up if you want.
Yeah.
He's well, yeah, if you want, you can just read it. Make more sense.
This is what Temuera Morrison said about Mando season 3. I was supposed to be in the Mandalorian season 3, but nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up. Well, that Mando guy stole a few chapters of my book. It was painful watching him turn up with some black new lethal sword. And the way he turned up in my book of Boba, he was just destroying everybody. I'm sure this guy is ruining my show, but I couldn't say anything. I'm not the writer, so I have to bear it, I guess. I think there is a few changes going on. We also come under the big umbrella known as Disney now, too. So it's one of the many previous few conversations we had in LA. The dialogue began, oh, look, we're having a few changes. We're having a few cutbacks. And while you hear that on the different finish of the road, it's no good attempting to barter any more cash that's for positive. So we'll just see what occurs.
You need to do it in your natural Kiwi accent there, buddy.
I was supposed to be in The Mandalorian season 3,
Rough rot.
but nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up.
No barter.
I was
Like, is it New Zealand or is it East End of London? Who knows?
I was supposed to be in The Mandalorian season 3, but no,
I was waiting for the
but
call.
nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up.
Nobody called me.
Ah!
Oh wow. He
Oopsies.
sounds bitter, and that's beautiful. I would be too.
It's so great to see him casually say, like, yeah, Mando ruined my show.
I think you're coming through. I think you're coming. You might be coming through your webcam, unless it's just hotel room echo. But I think you're coming through your webcam.
I shouldn't be.
Fix your shit, guy.
On the road issues. Speaking
that?
of shit,
How's that?
it's the same. What he'll do.
No, it won't do. Hang on.
Okay.
It will-
How's that?
No,
Don't worry, Gary. We'll wait for you.
Can you wait for me?
There we go. There we
you
go.
Oh,
There
you're
we
like
go.
beautiful now, Gary. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gary, in about an hour and a half from now, the final Flash trailer is going to drop.
Oh, am I supposed to be
No.
excited? Right. Yay!
I'm just saying we're going to get a live reaction of that.
It'll be
Oh,
Batman.
Just to check, when does that movie come out?
Today at they're screening it today at 4:15 here in Las Vegas for the first
Wow.
time for all the shills who are just gonna love it. It's gonna be an absolute triumph. Double your groomer.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
That's
Speaking of
amazing.
babysitting, let's just have a quick look at this is the poster that they decided to go with
I
to
think put it out in
promote The
July.
Witcher season 3.
To answer your question, is it June or July? Chat.
June. I think it's June.
So soon.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me, who's excited to see the final season of The Witcher? Season 3 is going to be it, man.
I won't
Henry's
be
in this
watching
one,
the
right?
final season of The Witcher, so
Well, I'll be watching it and I'll be making videos because
Yeah,
Dan and I
Henry
have a
did
bet.
this one more. This is Henry's last appearance and probably the end of the show as well.
You gotta see it through, Az.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it for Henry.
I hate this show. I like Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill as Geralt. He's the only good thing about it. Everything else is dog shit, and I've been saying that since season fucking 1, and I stick by it.
I'm not
Look
going to
at
argue
this.
with you on that one. You're exactly right. This
Yeah.
this show sucks. I hate the fucking mentality behind it as well. Because we
Yeah.
got to see what these people create when they've got no creative limitations on them, and it was The Witcher Blood Origin. And
Oh, yeah.
that
And I
makes
think-
your average lump of dog shit look like a Picasso.
Yeah.
And I think this will be a lot like Blood Origin. I mean, it was a short trailer, but that I got the Blood Origin vibes on that one. They're just
Yep.
calling each other's name.
Yeah.
Az, Mauer, Gary,
Drinker.
Drinker.
They
should
made
make a
sure
TV
though
show.
to go in ascending order of worth. So they started with Geralt, and then
Right.
they went Yennefer. Then they went Ciri.
That was good.
But look at this. This is what the fuck is this?
That is deliberate blocking. That's like
Yeah.
we don't want to highlight Henry Cavill, the star of the show.
And Yennefer really looks like she's been photoshopped in as well, like
Right.
really badly.
It's just
It's like she was not there when they did this.
Oh man. So with that great poster, I think they did they showed off another one. I could have just done that. Again, here we go. This is just giving themselves away. Just giving themselves away.
Oh,
This is
Jesus.
about
Looks like
about
a Marvel
Siri.
poster.
Yeah, this is Siri. This is Siri show now. We've done 2 seasons of the Yennefer show. Now it's going to be the Siri show. Front and center in both posters. Siri.
Yeah, because she's such a riveting character in this show. Such a
But on the
riveting-
first,
such a
Releasing
complex
in
performance.
volumes as well.
It's like Geralt is literally the only thing that anyone cares about. The only reason they got the viewership they have is because
Yeah.
of Geralt, and it's
Yeah.
like you're determined to make as little use of him as possible.
It's really
remember in the beginning of The Witcher 3, Gary, because you played that. Remember when
well, the
Siri
beginning,
was training? Yeah, you didn't get
Yeah.
past too far from the beginning. But remember when Siri was doing a training with Geralt? She's blindfolded. She's doing all right, but she
Yeah.
makes mistakes.
she does.
She makes mistakes, and Geralt highlights her mistakes and tells her mistakes.
Misogyny.
And so we know that she's been training and training and training, and we get told that she's been training and training and training. And then we get the TV show, and she does the Witcher course on her first day.
Yeah, on her first
The
day.
first day.
They had her trip once, but then by the end of her first day, she was completely
She'd done it,
perfecting
yeah. She failed a couple of times, but on the first day, she completed the Witcher assault course.
Of course you did. Honestly, I'm surprised they had her fail as many times as they did.
Yeah.
I thought that was really pushing it. You could tell there was going to be fucking writers like, no, we this is too much. You're making her
Yeah.
look weak by failing so often.
How can she be a girl boss if she fails?
Yeah.
She needs
Come
to
on,
just put a
guys.
major-
Everyone knows girls never make mistakes.
They don't. They don't poop. They don't smell. The
No.
intersectionalist code says so.
Yeah, it's just the whole show's a fucking joke, and it's a dead man walking as well because
Yeah.
everyone knows Henry's leaving. No one gives a fuck about Liam Hemsworth replacing him. It's done.
Oh,
If these-
and
The diet Hemsworth. The
Yeah,
discount Hemsworth.
Diet Coke.
The homeless
Hemsworth.
man's Hemsworth.
Yes.
Oh.
And as we said, broken into 2 parts to try and get that extra viewership. Broken into 2 phases. That series 3.
I still maintain, right? The world building in this show is possibly the worst I have ever seen in any TV show ever. Legit, even having played the games, I
Rings
have
a bell.
no fucking clue where anything is. I don't know what any of
Yeah.
the races represent, what they want, what the political situation is in this world, because it never gets explained. It's just a bunch of random stuff happening in random places with a bunch of generic, like, diversity hire people who all look like the same mix of people every place in every, like, faction and everything, and so there's nothing to differentiate anyone. So I don't know what the hell's going on in this show, and I don't think anyone else realistically does either. I think the showrunners probably don't either. That's probably why it is the way it is.
Showrunners were they don't have the talent to write a show like this. They don't have the talent to write fantasy, dark fantasy, which requires massive world building and a knowledge of other things other than fantasy. You're a writer. You should know some Greek mythology. You should have a basic knowledge of that before you even take fantasy on. Maybe read a Tolkien book.
Read Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah, like you have to understand that when you understand something like dark fantasy, that's what it's based on. That's what Robert E. Howard based everything on. Like that's what it's all from. Even Tolkien. No, this is a soap opera writer her mythology is Days of Our Lives, and whatever the hell. And it never felt modern. It's like Kurtzman Trek. The dialogue is like super modern, and like even when in the first season, Drinker, they tell us where we're like here. Oh God, I'm forgetting all the cities now. But they throw up Sintra. They throw up Sintra all the time. So I knew there's a Sintra. Had no idea where Sintra was on the continent.
Yeah. Yes,
the continent looks like what the fuck are we doing
on Game of Thrones? How you knew where shit was in relation to each other. You knew where Winterfell was. You knew where King's Landing was. Dawn was. You knew all those areas. Because it was very clever the way that they did that. You don't know where the fuck you are. How big's the land?
Yeah, you had the map at the beginning, like the intro that gives you a really good layout of Westeros. Great, okay. Yeah. Like every area has its own distinct climate, topography, architecture, people. God forbid that people from different places would look different from each other. Right. Here, everything just looks the fucking same. Any city could be anywhere. And there's no explanation for anything that's going on.
It's super diverse. After the convergence of the spheres, everybody just got along.
Yeah, and someone put in chat mentioned like remote medieval village is more diverse than modern day central London, and it's like exactly true. It's exactly true.
Making the joke at the beginning of the first Witcher episode, and it's so true though. It's just like you got the guy, the barkeep having a go at Geralt. We don't like your sort round here. And then he's got women. We here in this little remote village, we're really respectful to our fucking gay brethren here, and our diverse fucking brethren here, and we respect women. But Witcher, we don't like your sort around here. It's the dumbest fucking thing. You got black guys, brown guys, fucking intersectional feminists going on. Too good for this fucking place. I could be somebody. I could do shit, but I don't. And then he just got Geralt walking in. Hey, I've just killed a monster for you. We don't.
You do that grumbly ass voice.
This nonsense.
Say that was what the women sounded like.
But we don't differentiate here, Mauler, anymore.
Yeah. And we may give some good dental packages to our female employees, and they do get time off every month for their menstrual cycle.
But we don't like your going here.
It was the dumbest fucking thing I've seen.
And then followed up by an 11-year-old girl going on a feminist speech. I want more. I don't want to be a milkmaid. I want to do science.
Yeah. I want to go into STEM.
I want to go into STEM.
I've heard it said that women should never be put in charge of beer or fantasy. And I can't dispute it.
Yes. Within a week, it's all come to pass. Well,
I'm
sorry. I'm just saying. It's just what I heard.
I don't make the rules.
That's just
don't make the headlines. I just report on them.
That's just the law. Hasn't she been put on indefinite leave, paid indefinite leave at the moment?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, with another couple of members of the marketing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
So sad.
I wish fucking Lauren Histrish was. But yeah, this show's been an absolute disaster. I was there really hoping for some. Well, I was worried from the start. Once I saw the penis armor, I knew we were in trouble. In season 1,
armor, wasn't it?
Penis armor, scrotum. It was like a big veiny penises they were wearing.
Yeah, the scrotum.
And I was always nervous, particularly when, even before the show came out, the first season came out, the first image I saw of the writers' room was them all holding up placards with faces going. Talking about immigration, legal immigration, let immigrants in, type of, and I was just like, oh, it's fucked. We're fucked.
Why couldn't they have just got the writers from CD Projekt Red to just do the show? Like, imagine how fucking good this would have been.
They've all gone. All the good people at CD Projekt Red have gone, and it's like BioWare. you know, all the good people at BioWare have left, and now BioWare is a fucking disaster zone, and that's when you get Andromeda. Same with CD Projekt Red. They've all gone. All the good people that were there for The Witcher 1, 2, and 3, they've all left. And now we've got fucking ESG, CD Projekt Red,
Yes, we do. I was
who have now giving menstrual leave to women. What exactly is a woman? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Same with GOG and our own, of course, CD Projekt Red. They're giving
I got a
menstrual fucking. Oh.
Can a husband get menstrual leave?
No.
Well, I was going to say, I can just identify as one and get a week off every month.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got cramps in my stomach. I mean, it's probably the kebab I had, but you know.
It's called gone fishing, by the way, to my fellow husbands out there.
Okay.
Go fishing.
Fellow husbands, did you just say?
Well, yeah.
How many husbands do you have,
the men who are married to women, biological women, who don't get menstrual leave. We get menstrual stay, and
we get menstrual. Shut the fuck up. You know, that's what we
nod and shut the fuck up. That's what we got to do.
But
all right, fellow dude.
Bringing the conversation slightly back to The Witcher.
Menstrual cycles are way better to discuss than this show.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, let's just go with that. This it's going to be really interesting to see the ratings for this season, because I think it's going to collapse. I mean, it was already teetering on the brink with the previous one, and this is just it. Witcher Blood Origin has already killed any enthusiasm that people would have had for this.
Witcher Blood Origin, last time I checked, it was at, I think, 33% critics and 13% viewer score on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's one of the few times when the critics and the audiences almost agree on something. If the critics say that it's shit, my God, it must be bad.
And it was clear from the fact that even Lauren Histrich came out after season 2 on social media and was trying to engage with people as to why they didn't like season 2 or what, you know, problems with season 2. And then we had the conversation. She had the conversation with the Quartering, and then the 12 angry people got mad that she was talking to the Quartering, so they all ganged up on her, and she's like, "Of course I disavow. Of course I do. I'm one of you.
It's so funny it's so funny that she picked him of all people. Like he's not even a movie reviewer. Like he's just a commentary channel. Like
yeah,
you know, of all there's so many other like actual reviewers who are pointing out like legit problems in the show that she could have engaged with and discussed it. Not me. Fuck it, I wouldn't want to talk to her, but. Like any of you guys, Gary, you covered this shit.
Yeah,
I don't know fucking anything about The Witcher. Why would I do it?
This crew would be a great one.
I'm an expert now because I played the game for a couple hours. So
I'm something of a Witcher expert myself.
Did you find a way into that cabin eventually?
I did, with a lot of help.
People still say they're some of the funniest streams I've ever watched in my life.
Dude, there was no fucking door handle on the door. Okay? There's no fucking door handle on it. Okay.
Oh my god, I want Witcher 3 VR with Gary. That's what I want to watch. There's no handle on the door.
I'm freaking out, man.
I'm totally freaking out, bro.
Should we watch the teaser trailer for The Witcher season 3?
Yeah.
Tease me, ass.
Before we start, it's already ratioed.
Oh.
20,000 before the show, so there's been about another 50 minutes. But before the show, 20,000 upvotes, 29,000 downvotes.
I think we can improve on those numbers. Let's get it up to 50.
Rookie numbers there, folks.
Yeah.
But
gotta pump those numbers up.
Yeah.
The comments talking about Mobius by any chance? Or...
Hey?
The comments talking about Mobius yet?
Hopefully. I mean, the comment section's still on. But hold on, let's do a quick on-screen refresh. It's heavily ratioed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't review bomb this.
But look at this.
I love democracy.
Glad we found an actor. Yes, I love democracy. Glad
I like this one.
Glad we have an actor like Henry who respects source material and is a nerd himself. Oopsies, he's gone.
There's a great one at the bottom there. This showrunner managed to perform magic. She turned gold into lead.
Reverse alchemy. Reverse alchemy.
Reverse alchemy.
No one can replace the charisma and acting of Henry Cavill. Oh,
I love the part where Aragorn looked back and said, "For Henry."
There you go.
Remember those type of memes, according to, I can't remember who it was, Polygon, some dog shit. They're racist. These are racist, bigoted comments, by the way. These are problematic comments, you know.
Can't wait to see Henry back on screen. The Warhammer show is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
I am looking forward to that. Let's have a look at this amazing 1 minute trailer that says Siri a lot.
Henry getting on the set. Have to take a strong drink.
He just drank his based juice. That's what he's.
I've been known to look like that after a night out.
Yeah.
The Legion of
me
Memers
trying to put
need make
contact
his
lenses
eyes-
on.
The Legion of Memers need to make his eyes go red after he drinks that.
Yeah. Nani!
Now, for the first time, I understand real fear.
He just read the script.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he just walked into the writer's room.
That was actually taken from when he did walk in. That is a clip that was taken. Hey, we got this great bit of audio from when you first met us in the writer's room. Let's put it in.
Why does he only have one sword?
Because in this universe, he doesn't keep both swords on him. He has a pack on his horse on Roach,
Oh, that's right.
which has two swords. But I don't even think we've seen him use both swords in as much as he swapped the silver for the steel. But two swords were from the game. Yeah.
Game's awesome.
But it's a great visual. It's a great visual. And I still argue that it's the games that popularized The Witcher more than the books.
I think that it's what popularized it outside of Poland, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I did a video once where I tried to discuss the Addams Family about popularization versus lore. Because we get the clapback of, oh, but I thought you respected the lore, and this is the lore. And it is, I say it's lore versus popularization. Like, I don't think 99.9% of people realize that the Addams Family came from a comic strip. The black and white TV show popularized the Addams Family, and that's what made that so big. Same with certain franchises, and I think The Witcher is one of those franchises. I think it's the games that popularized the character and popularized the universe as opposed to the lore of the books.
If you're to make, for example, a new Iron Man, where do you go? Do you go with the source material in the comics, or do you go with like a new vision that's similar to what Robert Downey Jr. popularized?
I mean, you got to go. What I would say is you have to go with Tony Stark. It's got to be Tony Stark Iron Man. And
you certainly can't have Tony Stark getting injured in Afghanistan. Not now, anyway.
I mean,
Not now.
What Marvel does, because they don't reset their universe, is they just retcon. So the Punisher eventually, isn't from Vietnam. Although I think they should have always kept him Vietnam, and he should have just taken the Shield anti-aging stuff. And they did the same with Iron Man too. Iron Man as well. So that's one way to do it. I would actually prefer that way over resetting your entire fucking universe 5 years. Sorry to get on a comic rant.
Because that's the thing, though, right? There's so many
like, comics in the title.
Comic stories to tell, at least from what I've heard, because I'm no expert. But if they're to do future like Captain America's Iron Man's, not only will they suck, but they're probably not going to go with the source now. Injured. That's how he gets injured.
We lost a lot of good rainbows out there.
I'm trying to picture
A
like, what
giant rainbow unicorn fell on him.
A group of those, what they call the dog guys with the dog maskers, they just all jumped on Tony Stark and mauled him.
No, that's Folsom Street Fair. Big difference between the Pride Parade, because the Pride Parade got a little too normal and corporate for San Francisco, so they came up with Folsom Street.
Oh,
yeah, basically. And now Folsom Street's too normal for San Francisco, and I think there's one that's worse. So, yeah.
he got hit by a pride
Do
float.
not Google Folsom Street Fair. I told you.
A drag queen story time float hit Tony Stark.
Extremely slowly. It's like that. Yeah, it's like that bit in Austin Powers with the steamroller. No!
Get out the way! Let's carry on with this. Look, we've had 26 seconds, and all he's done is get a sword out.
And we
That's half
started
the
talking
trailer.
about something else.
Yeah, and then we ended up talking about gay pride parades.
Wouldn't be real BBC without that.
Nope.
We've gone from Mandalorian to periods and The Witcher to gay pride.
Aren't you glad you're here, Drinker?
I'm loving it. I've missed this.
This is normal.
It's so like everything's dead. Everything's just dead. It's all destroyed. You've got to
Hey.
laugh.
Not Picard season 3.
I'm going to talk some Picard if you want. So I take it that's meant to be the Wild Hunt.
That is the Wild Hunt. And that looks Blood Origin bad. Remember that one scene from Blood Origin where the dude gets sucked into the dimension? This looks the same way. It looks like shit. This looks terrible. This whole thing is put together like a fucking I don't even want to embarrass the CW. Like this looks like a CW. This looks like a Vampire's Diary.
CW. You can do that.
It does. I mean, it's cut like a I'm sorry, it's cut like a chick did this. Okay, no, with any sort of knowledge of fantasy or anything.
This is where we are. All our major franchises are being compared to CW shit.
The CW people just know they're the bottom of the barrel.
Not just
Yeah,
They're just like, oh, not again.
It's the benchmark of dog shit.
a chick that's just out of like San Francisco School Arts Academy, graduate of about 2 months, who reads vampire fan fiction. That's the person.
And then kill him. Oh, look, woman boss.
Girl boss.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's a
To be
woman
fair,
boss?
I don't really imagine Yaski like standing up to a girl anyway, so
No.
I'm fine to see him die. He's annoying as fuck.
Yes.
Every time he opens his mouth, I just want to murder him.
In Minecraft, of course.
Of course, yes.
Hey,
Intellectually murder him, I mean.
This will give Dan Vask a chance to get 1 million subs covering one of the fucking lame songs he does in the show. And I'll be able to cover the lame show. So, I mean, it's kind of a wash on our bet, if you're not aware of that. By the way, I need to discuss that in a minute. But go.
What? The Dan Vass situation?
Yeah, because I misread something, so I want to make a public statement in return. But let's finish this first.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not backing out. I'm fucking doing it.
Oh, this will be right. Okay, I know who this is actually. This is one of the multitude now of race changed witches in the Witch season Witcher 3, because they've announced who the other witches are, and it's just like, diversity circus time.
So it's
because you don't know where anyone comes from anymore. You don't see that's one of the things that why fantasy uses people to represent other areas is so that you can understand the geography.
Yeah, it's almost like different
not
people
hard.
from different places look
Yes.
different.
A lot of people say he looked like Holbrad.
I beg your pardon. William
Sauron.
Jordan, how dare you? You racist.
Did you just dead name me?
I dead named you.
You bigot!
Just dead named you, sir. How dare you be bigoted like that? This is why people complain about it. And whose law gets savaged the most? Oh, God, they'll get clapped. I'll get clapped back for using the word savaged. Which it's Norse mythology, European mythology is the one that gets
mythology. That's what
mythology.
Did you accidentally just coin something?
There's something in that, by the way.
There is. I stand by that. It is mythology. That's what it is. Not mythology. It's mythology because it totally fucking misses the mark.
People are pointing out this guy is just Halbrand. He looks
just
exactly like him.
You guys don't
Sorry.
listen to me. I'm ignored. I will go to the. I'll get a speaker at some point. No.
What?
No.
Let's carry on.
Exactly. I knew it. See?
Wait, did she just do magic
What just
from
happened
behind?
there?
I know. Like she cast a spell forward and it went backwards. I mean,
Okay, why is she wearing like a blouse that she just got at Ross Dress for Less?
She looks like a 1980s secretary.
yeah. Yeah, she got it from CNA.
Do you think they legit just gave up? It's like, fuck it, just come in your normal clothes. Like, we'll just do the scene and get the hell out of here.
Just go to Forever 21 and
It's like Henry Cavill being like in a t-shirt and jeans.
It was casual day on set.
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
It's Friday, casual day. Okay.
No one's gonna see it anyway. It'll be fine.
Oh,
It's a
God,
combat
it's all
blouse.
dead. It's all dead.
Everything's dead. What have we done?
It's all just
She went to
massacred
Forever
on the
21.
floor. It's the Red Wedding. It's
I just keep asking, like, how's posterity going to view us? And we are going to go down in history as legit the worst generation in all of human history. Like, we're part of
Wait,
it.
do you mean for media or for everything?
Everything. Schools suck.
Especially art and culture, though.
Oh yeah, dude.
okay. She does backwards spells now.
With her battle blouse.
With her CNA, yeah, her
not
Dorothy,
between trying
with her
there.
Dorothy Perkins blouse.
That by the way, that visual effect in the background looks exactly like the floating head in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like it's that level of quality.
The dude's looking pretty floopy right now.
You think there were some budget cuts, Drinker?
What? Sorry.
Do you think there's some budget cuts to the show? Because I'm thinking.
I think. Yeah, I think there's a very strong chance.
Should we start a GoFundMe so they can buy Adobe Photoshop?
No.
Adobe
Make
After
them
Effects.
struggle.
After Effects, dude.
Yeah.
No, I think Photoshop will be enough for them. I don't know if they know how to use After Effects. To get them elements, okay? Just Photoshop elements.
Photoshop Elements 12.
Let them practice with paint first, all right?
Yeah.
There'd just be like fake snowflakes coming down in front of everything or something.
Full stick man.
It's all we can figure out how to do.
And it's got jingle bell music. We didn't know how to silence the audio on the clip, so it just got snowbells just go. Oh my god.
Whoa.
She farted.
Geralt! Get a flap!
He's already left the show? Damn.
Oh wait. They're doing the May scene from The Witcher 3. They're in the maze.
I don't think anyone here knows what that is except you guys.
Do they remember the game now?
Even
they work
Yennefer's
in
wearing a
safety
mask.
pond?
But this is, I mean, it's not the right characters for that scene. I mean, it should be Triss and Geralt, but
You could at least like have her tits
it looks like they're trapped in a maze.
out.
He does look so. But
Remember when they
yeah.
weren't going to base this on the game and they were going to base it on the books and
Yeah.
then they didn't base it on
And
the
they didn't
books.
base it on the books
And
either.
they said season 3 would be the most book accurate show, but now they're in the game somehow.
I'm genuinely wondering if the writers could know the difference.
Oh, so we know how it's going to end. We know how this season's going to end already.
How's it going to end?
Geralt's going to get killed with a pitchfork, and then he's going to come back as Diet Coke Hemsworth.
Yep.
That's how it's going to die. He's going to get killed with a pitchfork.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
Oh, I can't wait.
Just
That's
some
what's
random
gonna
villager
happen.
just
That's
like
what-
walks up to him and like pitchforks him to death.
I said, I know how this is going to end. In the chat, just put badly.
Bad,
Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth in like a
Look at
really
you, Dan
shitty
Vasc.
Is he gonna end badly?
Wig kills him. Like I'm taking over bitch with the pitchfork. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's-
envision how this would work.
That is yeah. I mean, it's accurate to what happened, but I mean that's going to be their get out for Cavill. Is they'll kill him with the pitchfork, and then when he returns in season 4, because I think it's already been greenlit season 4, by the way.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
Discount
6 episodes.
Hemsworth is going to come in as the revived Geralt.
Well, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do season 4 and 5, film them back to back, and they're each going to be 4 episodes long.
Yeah. We got renewed for season 5. By the way, season 4 is 4 episodes long. Wait, what? Okay.
Well, that's old as fuck all.
It was a bit awkward.
Absolute nothing. Nothing burger of a trailer. Nothing burger. The shitcha.
Does that get you excited, guys?
Yeah.
No.
No, because they took the best thing out of the show. Tits.
Yep. I agree.
The only time we got
it
to, it's almost like they used that as a selling point for season 1, and then that was enough to get us in.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we're human. Yeah. Okay. I was paying.
Well, yeah,
attention.
it's almost like we find women attractive like crazy. I know, but there you go. But the only time Yennefer got them out was when she was a fucking hunchback of Notre Dame, and then you don't really get it after that. So.
But remember,
it's a challenging wankaz, but you can do it.
Not impossible.
Yeah.
Not impossible.
somehow I pulled through.
Through adversity lies accomplishment, as they say.
Oh man, took 4 hours to get an erection, but 38 seconds to complete. Damn it! I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. I don't know. I'm done. I am so fucking bored of this fucking shit. I really am. Oh, remember though in the season 2, they dyed Triss's hair dog shit colored red.
Right.
Because we've all seen ginger black people. It's just what you get, yeah.
Space Jesus.
Freckle Jesus.
Freckle Jesus.
Yeah. She committed some kind of crime against the gods, and that's all I can say there.
Unlock your soul.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this fucking shit. Should we see the Equalizer 3 trailer with Denzel?
That'll cheer us up.
Yep.
Because I haven't seen this, but even though we've got Queen Latifah as Robin in the Equalizer TV show, we still have the movies coming from Denzel, and he looks great.
The actual
Denzel.
real Equalizer, basically.
Yeah. So Robert McCall, not Robin McCall, Robert McCall now. He looks so fucking badass, man, already. Let's have a look at The Witcher. The Equalizer. Number 3, not season 3.
9 seconds.
Oh, it's the trailer.
The trailer.
Oh, I hate trailers.
I hate them too.
Is this
Hey,
like if
are
you've
you
only got a
fucking
5-second?
retarded? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 5-second attention span. There you go.
Are you retarded? Are you a window licker? Yeah. Well, this is what's coming in 5 seconds. Okay.
Hopefully you can fucking survive.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see the Spavins.
Is this a trailer for a trailer?
Wait a minute, I'm so confused. Is this a movie now?
I like Apple.
This is going on for too long.
It's great.
You're
Love
meant
it.
to shoot things with that. You fool.
Maybe
Love
he
it.
shot him after stabbing him with it.
He's saving
Probably.
bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, that looked like a fucking shit ton of fun.
Yep.
That looked good.
That looked like a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna go to the theater to see that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob.
Yes.
We needed that trailer after talking about The Witcher.
We really did.
Oh, The Bitcher. Am I right?
Right.
You're right, as.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
so
all right.
fucking right.
So all the fucking right.
You're so right. It makes me want to stab someone with a gun.
Just imagine that's the kind of day you had. Not only you're up in fucking heaven, you're by the pearly gates. Okay, I'm not coming in, maybe, Michael, but can I just tell you about my day? I got fucking stabbed in the head with a gun. Then he pulled the fucking trigger.
It happened.
Okay, now go downstairs.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah.
You ain't
See
getting
that,
in. pal.
see that elevator over there? Yeah.
That's
Awesome. That's
It's one way only.
going down.
yeah. Do they have a good dental plan? Oh.
Yeah, they'll pull out all your teeth.
Yeah,
very
pull out all your-
slowly,
yeah.
over and over again for all eternity.
Yay. So that looked good.
Yep.
Which is nice. Now then. So we did the Katie Sackhoff. We did the Temuera Morrison. We did the Bitcher. We had a look at the Equalizer 3.
What have you got for us?
I was going to say, do you want to talk a little Picard season 3?
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Did you
Go on,
see
nerd
Drinker?
out.
What?
So, Drinker, did you see Picard season 3?
I did indeed, yes.
Oh, okay. So what did you think of Picard?
I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was a
Okay.
great send-off for the TNG crew. I think it was the finale. It was the undiscovered country that they never got. There was a lot of schmaltz at times. There was a lot of nostalgia. There was a lot of fan service, and I loved it. I think it was very much earned. It was very much deserved. And after 2 seasons of absolute garbage, it was nice to get something well-intentioned and well-made that was just about celebrating the passing of a generation. So
Cool.
I liked it. Yeah. Shamelessly shilling for them.
No,
And it's not often I praise things, but I felt moved to do it in this case. They
in
earned
all
it.
fairness, we got paid well. We got paid well.
Did you?
Oh,
Well, they paid me in hookers and blow, so great. Yeah.
So paid very well.
Wait.
Why do I always get paid in thank you? I just realized something. I watched more episodes of Picard in season 3 because I watched all of them than I did in the other 2 combined. Because I watched 7 in the first season and then I gave up, and I should have given up after 5. Never mind 7. And then in the second season, I saw the first episode and I was just like, I know what the fuck you're doing. I'm out.
I'm not far behind you.
Yeah, I was 8 episodes of those 2 combined, and then 10 episodes in season 3. Mauler, did you see it?
I actually saw, I don't know how this happened. I've seen episodes 1 and 10.
of the season 3?
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
specifically like it was almost like I was studying it out of curiosity, and it's so interesting to watch as someone who has zero connection to TNG. All of the moments, all of the stuff that's clearly delivered for fans, even though without any context, it's just normal things. Like Picard commenting on, because I saw a little bit of the penultimate episode as well. I was curious about because I saw on YouTube like the reveal of the Enterprise D, and when he's like, oh, the one thing I realize now is I missed the carpet, and I was like, oh, fans will probably fucking love that.
Yes. Yes, we did.
It just like seeing them on the bridge of the Enterprise D again. It was just like coming home, and your home is just as cozy and nice as when you left it. And it's like 20 years later, and it just it hits so well.
And it
It was
still
fun
looks
watching,
better than the other ships.
Have you guys seen Red Letter Media talking about those episodes?
I haven't.
No, not
I haven't.
yet, no.
I haven't watched a Red Letter Media video for probably about a year now.
I still
Yeah,
keep
Red
up
Letter
with
Media
it.
did a. I watched their video last night.
Yeah, the thing I found so interesting about it was like
They
were
liked
like,
it.
Why do we like this and the member berries? We don't like Star Wars' member berries. They talk about it for a little bit, but they basically conclude because one of them is just nonsense and the other one was actually like written and supported. They basically just talk about how cause and effect and continuity is actually important and you have to justify shit. They even say, imagine at the beginning of the season, they just make up a reason like, oh, we needed to repair the Enterprise D. There it is. Everyone jump on. And it's like, you could have done that and you could have had them in there the whole season, but it just wouldn't have been anywhere near as powerful as having it like necessary in the plot. and saving it for when the characters have reasons for all coming together.
Mm.
And again, it's so funny to say this because I don't fucking see the show or the TNG, but I understand writing. I know what they're talking about, and I was like, yeah, that makes complete sense. And they even compared it to, oh look, let's get in a ship, Finn. Oh, it's the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, let's go. Oh look, Han Solo is here now. Woohoo!
Look at well, that's because there's a difference between dropping a member berry and actually having something meaningfully positioned, meaningfully meant. So with Star Wars, it's just like, oh, what do people know about Star Wars? Millennium Falcon, this. So they just drop it in and expect people to go,
and they did.
And it's played as a gag in Star Wars as well, where it's like, oh, that ship's garbage, and then the other one gets blown up, and they're like, oh, the garbage will do, and it's like, aha, we should laugh, and then there's the Millennium Falcon because everyone thinks it's garbage and stuff. Whereas here, it's like given room to breathe. The whole moment of the scene, the magnitude of it, these characters being back on this set that they haven't been on in 20 years, or more than that. In fact, it's more like 30 years since Generations. And, they're just given a moment to look around and soak it all up. And it's great. It's significant. It's heartfelt. That's the difference. That's why it works, because it's actually treated as something serious.
yeah.
Sean
And it
Redford.
was when they pick up the Enterprise D, Starfleet's under 25s have all been assimilated.
That's a
Into the-
pretty
Yeah, I
telling
know.
observation, let's say.
Woohoo, they've all been assimilated. Well,
They've
they're
all
the old
become
generation.
mindless drones that can only obey, like, the collective.
I wonder what you're trying to say there, dude. And then we get that great moment with Geordie just saying, "Well, I was gonna save this, but we need a proper fucking ship to get us
one
through."
that's off the
And,
network.
off it's analog. I don't think the Enterprise D is analog, but okay.
It's not that fucking old.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the Enterprise, like,
Well,
A
yeah.
or something.
They meant it wasn't connected to that.
I know.
Okay, so share this. You guys all saw the tweet I put up of the meme of the drawing of the ship. Hang on.
Yeah, it's so true.
Oh yeah. I know what you're gonna put up. Yeah.
Hang on.
And it's correct. It's absolutely correct.
What the hell? Share screen.
Got a moment, Gary?
I need a moment because I'm on it. My computer's on.
Mauler, do a dance or something. Keep us entertained.
Do a dance. I just got to make sure my freaking messages aren't up, okay? And then I got to tell you something in the private chat that you can't share.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Correct. Just scroll it up a little in case people can't see. Just scroll it up a touch.
I'm
You
working
managed
on
to
it.
scroll
Okay.
it down.
Hang in there, Gary.
Can you,
Hang it, yeah.
can you see it? Can
There
you
we go.
see
We got it.
There
Yeah.
we go. Dude, I'm like on a
yes.
freaking laptop with no mouse. I'm retarded
Yeah.
right now.
You can
Use
do
a
the meme,
sync
right? Go to
pad. What is a
Firehorse.
sync pad? I don't get it.
Where's
Where's the
Firehorse? That's how everyone figures out
Yeah.
when things are good.
You know, I
Firehorse.
wondered as well. You know how we had to deal with the whole 25% difference thing in the first couple of seasons. Like, I guess they just said, "Fuck it, we're not obeying that anymore with this one," and this is why we got what we got.
Well, I think Terry was basically told, "Do what you want.
Love
We
it.
don't care. We're out. So you do what you want."
Yeah. We need more franchises to be like that. We need
Yeah.
Star Wars to be like, "Fuck it, we're out." Just, Jon Favreau, you just do whatever you want.
Well,
You know?
how many examples do we have of this, right? With the Joker, nobody messed with Todd Phillips, the Joker. Just like, do your thing, whatever. We don't care. I think they even did a finance deal where Warner Brothers really didn't get the profits from that, which is hilarious. That's probably why we got a sequel.
Yeah.
They could not be bothered with this movie. And yeah, we got like even with Andor, they actually built sets for Andor. There was no like volume or any shit. They're like, it's fucking Andor. Who cares? We're got other things. I didn't love it as much, but other people, or I didn't like it at all, but other people liked it, and that's fine. And the same thing happened here. They could not be bothered with this show. It was obligatory. They had agreed to 3 seasons, and Kurtzman went off to do The Man Who Fell to Earth, and Goldsman does this garbage Strange New Worlds, which is fucking terrible. It's like objectively a terrible show. It's as terrible as Discovery and Picard season 1 and 2, and then we get this anomaly. And this is a good goodbye. I'm okay with saying goodbye to Star Trek after this. I'm like, oh, this is a nice little gift.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Toodle pip.
I hated Nemesis. But Nemesis was absolute shite. And it ends just so down and defeat. You know, you got Troy's getting mind raped, Data gets killed, Riker and Troy are leaving to go. Worf's already gone. It just felt so disjointed anyway.
There's no sense of finality to it, and there's no sense of goodbye. Because I don't know, maybe then they didn't realize this was going to be their last one. But it's just like, yeah, the bad guy shit blows up, Data gets killed, and you know they're all just like, okay, well, I guess that's it then, and like move on to the next adventure. Like nothing really happened. The Enterprise is like getting repaired in the final shot. It's just there's no sense of goodbye. There's no sense of like we're signing off and turning it over to the next generation now. And that's, you know, they always deserved, or they always should have gotten their undiscovered country, like the original cast got. Yep. And this is it. This is their version of it, and I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Curiosity, Garrick, just you mentioned that. Did you get to the Andy Serkis episodes in Andor?
No.
I would be curious to know what you thought of them. If you,
I don't know if I'll make it. I tried, but I couldn't be bothered. That show moves too slow for me.
It's all right. I don't blame you. Though, when they release the second season of that, if that's good as well, that'll be exactly the same. I imagine, at least for me and Drake, it will be like, enjoy it. That's it. It's all gone after that.
Yep.
Oh, considering we're gonna season 3 spoilers, so tough. You know, you don't want to know. You better muses. But I was so fucking happy that they retconned the end of season 2 and Q came back, and I was just like, legitimate pop in that scene to see Q back, because killing Q off to space aids or whatever the fuck he had was just the stupidest fucking thing. And so yeah, to have Q come back, it's like, I thought you were dead. It's just like, I was hoping the next generation wouldn't think so linear. It's just like, yes.
It's a perfect response. It's a giant fuck you to like season 2. It really is.
I was telling a friend about that payoff, because I was like, that is just entirely what any fan would do if they had to make Star Wars after the sequel trilogy. They would have stuff like that, where it's like, just Luke there. Like, I thought you were dead. Nah, it's a clone.
The ways of the Force are mysterious. Don't ask me any more questions about that.
But, you know, we get Q repeating the line. Q, simple name for a very complicated person. It's just like, yes,
yeah.
That's what we want. That's Q.
That's the kind of character as well that killing is just rude. Like, you wouldn't kill that character.
Qs don't die. Qs don't die.
They are kind of immortal in the normal sense, and you can totally get that they exist outside of linear time, even because they can basically go to any place or any time they want. So okay, fine. And yeah, that always seemed, because I didn't even watch season 2, but I saw those scenes, and it just felt weird, like Picard and Q like hugging each other, and it's just this. I was almost waiting for him to do that same thing he did with Data, where it's like, I love you.
I love you.
It's like,
I want to suck your Q cock. Like, I want to suck Data's android penis.
Go and just like suppress your homoeroticism for a little while, Alex Kurtzman. Jesus.
But I still think that bit in season 1 is incredible. Not quite for the reason that Kurtzman thinks. I just think it's incredible that Picard tells Data he loves him, and Data says, "Can you just kill me?" It is inadvertently the most hilarious thing I've ever fucking
It was, because he was the stand-in or the sit-in for the audience. We felt the same way.
Yeah, yes. Can you just kill us now, please? And then he just saw like 3 people on Twitter going, "Oh my god, that thing was so emotional." Shut up, you fucking window.
But it was nice that we got what we got, and it really just feels like the adults have left the party now. And what we have left is things like Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Academy and just garbage. Like
Sector 31
juvenile
is happening.
The 57th season of Discovery, because it feels like that show is just never ending as well. Even though it's been cancelled, it still just feels like it's still going.
It's a corpse that's just reanimated.
Yeah, it's just more adolescent, juvenile, immature, ridiculous bullshit masquerading as Star Trek.
The way Red Letter Media, I think Mike put it on their episode, is that Kirsten was just like fucking around with the toys. They're all over the room. The heads have been popped off and all this shit. They go to sleep, and the adult came in for the night and just cleaned it all up, put everything back the way it was supposed to be.
Yep. He's right back to it again the next day.
Yep.
Put the arms back on, put the head on, put them in the correct.
That's what it is. And he finally got his Section 31 story that he's been spunking over for the past 5 years.
It's not a TV show.
No, it's a movie.
It's a TV movie, so it's been vastly reduced,
and all based on Michelle Yeoh getting an Oscar. That had everything, like her film getting out. That was it. That's what got that extra push.
They're trying to cash in on that. Mm-hmm.
I love all the cred and all the respect that she's built up from that movie is just going to get crushed by this one.
I don't know. I think Witcher Blood Origin did a pretty good job.
Yeah, only about 5 people watched that.
I keep forgetting about that show.
You made me watch it.
Bringing it up.
I didn't have to watch that in my existence, and yet only 4 episodes, hours long. Oh,
that and Willow came around about the same time, and my god, it made me just hate. It made me hate the entire fantasy genre just because of those shows. They were that bad.
I never watched Willow the movie. I never cared, so I never had any investment in Willow. But to hear this sort of diarrhea of it, and then to see it got cancelled after 1 season.
Dude, I'll never. It's burned into my memory that fucking the Warwick Davis delivery is like. I can't believe he got away with it.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh no, we'll have to leave. You're like, dude, come on.
But he probably realized, he was like, yes, they're going to do a Willow series. It's going to be amazing. And then he read the script and was just like, oh, for fuck's
well,
let's just dial this one in. Yeah.
I'll just go through the really short motions and get this over with.
Wow.
Well, we've got about 25 minutes until the Flash trailer drops. So let's go through a few supers. Let's answer some questions from the chat.
That joke came up a little bit short.
Let's read some insults that people are paid to do.
I thought he was head and shoulders above everyone else in that.
Hey! I said, hey, that Jill's looking great behind you, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And the Leon, you got the Leon up. Nice.
Yes, thank you, Az. I'm very happy with that.
You've got the sickness now. I see it.
Yes, I've got a whole.
I'm just gonna get one.
Oh yeah, they've got Aries.
Only I am trapped in a cage.
Yeah, well, you're sat on the PlayStation 4.
It's mostly to keep you safe from the critical doggos because they just see that toy at like that height and they're just like, oh great, I
run away with my Gary yesterday when Frank was here.
Oh, he got me?
No, he was I moved you before he could get you.
Thank you. I don't want to be violated by Frank. I appreciate it.
Mauler got violated by Frank, but I did save Mauler. But Steve the fish died. Steve the fish died. Yeah, sadly.
R.I.P. Steve.
R.I.P. Steve. Neon said he'll send me another. I never go on. Neon. I never.
He will. He'll get around to it right when I get your birthday presents to you. I've got them in a box. I've got them in a box. You'll have them before your next birthday, I promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 25th of April, and Gary still has my Christmas and birthday presents.
They're awesome, man. They are so awesome.
Let me just tell you how great.
In my room.
Just imagine them.
Sorry, guys.
He told me in February I'll get them in March. We're nearly in May.
I didn't say which year.
Yeah. Now that is true. Now that's a fair comment. That is a fair. It
Very
didn't actually
clever.
say which March. It could be March 2035 for all I know. That'd be fine. Marksman at 117B with a $5 says learning
wait.
that grow. Wait, what?
Didn't Gary wanted to say something about something, right?
Oh, did you want to say something about something?
Oh,
Well, you can finish your super chat and then.
No,
I
no,
need
go,
to-
Karen. That's all right. Marksman can wait. He's
No, finish the super chat, please.
Okay. Marksman at 117B with a $5 says learning that Grogu survived 9/11 from Little Platoon. Mauler, what are your thoughts on jet fuel melting Veskar on the fourth building collapse?
Well, I don't know, man. It just feels like what I heard is that Anakin guy was involved in the Jedi Temple stuff. I think it was an inside job. I don't know. It's a little bit suspicious.
Wasn't Grogu? I didn't see the series, but I heard Grogu was saved by nobody that nobody knew. It's
Yeah,
just
well, it was
some guys.
It was the
Jar Jar
Jar
Binks.
Binks actor. He's just playing a Jedi, and it was. I was so fucking.
I'm not best.
He turns up. He's just like, I'm gonna save you now, and then does like lightsaber things and kills some clone troopers and moves on. And when we were watching it, I was legit like, oh, I guess next episode we'll find out who this guy is. Never saw him again.
What?
Rest of the season didn't see him again.
was it just to give Ahmed Best like a little redemption?
Cameo, yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
just something to do.
That's right.
Get him out the
I
house
hate
for a
that
bit.
Show. They refuse to have characters. They're like, no, you will see lights, colors, and clothing you recognize, but we will not give a single line of dialogue to any character to let them tell you how they feel about something. That's never gonna happen. Paz Vizsla sacrificed himself to save the day. Isn't he a favorite?
Who? Has what?
Pass.
Is that Daxter Jackson's fucking dead?
Son. Yeah.
It sounds like a packet of like crisps that you would get as a kid in primary school or something. Like, pass me the Paz Vizsla.
It sounds like some keto fucking snack. Has Vizsla with extra beef. Oh, lovely.
Someone said, is he a friend of Wade's? Oh,
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Wade.
No, too soon.
Wait.
Why, Wade? Why? Why were you flying a snow speeder? I don't get it.
It was a sewage speeder. Okay, get it right. They were
Oh.
used to
I love-
transport sewage because they had no pipes or anything.
I don't
you
know.
Every speeder.
It's like it's easier to put it on a spaceship and fly it into
Fly it
space
into
than it is to
space.
just like pump it out on a pipe.
It becomes a shit meteor that later comes down.
This sounds really inefficient. I'm
Like
just
there's
saying.
some planet nearby that they just fucking hate that they just bombard with shit. Like, oh, our sewage goes there.
It's
I've had a
insane to me
shit.
that
Oh, pick it up and fly into space. Oh.
everyone saw that scene and all collectively were like, "Oh shit, did I miss a character? Do I know who Wade is?" And then everyone's like, "No, no one knows who Wade is. They just did that." And you're like, "Oh, I feel like I missed a whole episode or something." It's like, yeah, that's how Disney Star Wars works these days.
Oopsies.
Oopsies indeed.
Gary, what are you going to say then? What are you going to say?
Well, for everybody's like tripping on it's dude, it's
Gary,
my space
say it.
shirt. Okay, I love it. By the way, it's very Vegas. So, Dan Vask challenged me to a bet, a little wager.
Okay.
I was driving. There was I was in the middle of Arizona when I saw the tweet. I misinterpreted something. Not backing out of the bet. I'm sticking with it. And by the way, it's weak ass shit, Dan. And Dan Vask is gay, just so everybody knows. So Dan, it's a race to 1 million subs, which is, I mean, just gay to begin with, but it just is. But if he gets to 1 million first, I have to sing a Bon Jovi song. And I'm like, fine. I thought he said he had to sing about man buns being gay, but he just has to say it in a fucking quick. No.
No, you got to sing
Dan,
it.
you need to sing about man buns being gay, and I get to write the song.
Whoa.
Yes.
Bet. If you're a man, you'll take it. Okay. but I'm not sure about that because he wears.
That's what Kathleen Kennedy said.
But
Wait, what do
I
you
mean,
have to
you're
lose?
kind of you're in the lead as well. You got like 60K on him or something.
Well,
so
all he has to do is like fucking flex a muscle and sing like some fucking gay Bon Jovi song or some stupid cover from The Witcher, and then like digital panties just start getting thrown to the guy left and right. You know, I'm an old codger. You know, who knows? But we'll see. We'll see.
What did you have to do if you lose again? Sorry.
I have to sing a Bon Jovi song,
Oof.
but here's the deal: I didn't say how I'd sing it.
people in chat are saying I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Yeah, Gary's got all Vader on fucking Dan there, you know?
Come on, dude. I'm just gonna say. I mean, we all know man buns are gay. You just saying it would be stating a fact. How hard is that? Okay. No, you need to sing it with feeling, and I get to write the song. I'll make it the most beautiful song
It
you
could
ever
be a
sang.
funny song.
The most truthful
yeah.
song you ever sang.
Man
I've already got the title.
buns
Man
Did
buns
you
are
just
gay,
do a-
and so am I.
You just
There
did
you
a
go.
once more with feeling.
Yeah. Hey, Buffy.
I know.
So long ago.
And which show was that? Which episode was that?
Which episode?
Wait,
Once
what are you
More with
asking?
Feeling?
Once more with feeling
You
was
asking
the
name
Musical
of the episode?
episode.
was the musical episode. You see? Oh,
Yeah.
The whole soundtrack for it.
And the first song is about suicide.
It is.
that's how I feel when I watch the Witcher trailer.
It's how whenever I show anybody that episode, they're like enjoying it, and then they're listening to the lyrics. They're like, "Man, this is fucking depressing." Like all of the episode. It's like, yep, whole episode.
Such a great episode as well.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna make Quarter Black Garrett a backup singer. I'm gonna get a band. I'm gonna get a band together if I lose. Like I said, I didn't promise like how I'd sing it. I'd sing it though.
Well, I mean, you employ QBG, Perry, and X-Ray Girl, so I mean, and Lady Grace Master.
What are the Asians gonna play math in the background?
Play math.
Play math.
Play math in musical form.
Yes.
Go, Gary. Well done.
Thank you.
The Asians are going to play math. Gary, nerdrotic.
I make joke good.
I'm gonna tweet that actually. I'm gonna tweet that right now. The Asians are going to play math. Gary,
Technically, they're Canadians. Okay.
Canadian.
Gary, nerdrotic.
Math core.
25th
Math core. Yes.
of the 4th, 23. There you go.
Sounds like something from like Sesame Street from another world. Math core.
Nah, we're only halfway there.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Right. Let's get into a few more super duperies. Altraz S299 with a $10 says, "Hell, real BBC. If you guys were to hard reboot the Marvel universe, what decade would you set it in? 70s, 80s? Also, shame Sylvester's Batman comic is ending soon. It's been so good."
Fuck it. Earlier the better.
Yeah.
80s.
It'd be cool
I
as
would
hell.
say
80s,
I
80s were
would
the
say
best
80s.
decade.
Yeah, 80s, I would say 80s. Or 90s, and maybe 90s, actually. I've got 90s.
Wait, but could you imagine if the MCU was done in the style of like 80s action movies? Like
It would be good.
it was just swearing, it was ultra violent, and there was like women getting their tits out randomly. It would just be glorious.
Just Wolverine just walks in the room, Rogue's just got her tits out, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
Az has already planned this out.
Yeah, I've fucking written it
Yeah.
in my head already. I've written the whole thing. Mine's a little bit like Patrick Stewart in Extras. And then I go in, and all their clothes just fall off. And I've seen everything. I mean, everything. He goes to Ricky Gervais. He's just like, you know, you're single, yes, yeah. So you've seen Star Trek? No. My God. My God.
Are you okay, Az?
I am so broken right now because everything is shit. Every single thing is shit. It's 2023, and the best thing that I've seen on this show so far has been a Denzel Washington Equalizer 3 trailer.
Yeah, it's like the third sequel. In
You could have said the best thing I've seen all day is a man getting stabbed with a gun.
Yeah.
yes. But you've got Witcher, you got Mandalorian, you've got all these massive franchise, and they're just like, no, it's shit. Just looks like shit. Oh, as.exe has crashed. Unhinged with the $5. I'd drink Az's hot dog water. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Well, he paid to say that, so B-Buster has become a member of the Stormtrooper level. I mean,
got his money's worth, I guess.
I'd rather somebody paid to say that than not. I'm just saying. Mikey Gussler with a $15 with 2 super chats says, so apparently the new marketing tool Marvel is making with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is that it will have the MCU's first F-bomb.
Yes, it will.
Whoa. So original.
Hey, I thought the joke was funny. So I don't care for like marketing it that way. That's retarded. But the joke itself seemed like it seemed worthwhile throwing the fuck in there.
So that means it's going to be a PG then, because you can say one.
You get one fuck or 2 shits.
Yeah.
What happened that you get 2 tits? Okay, because Airplane had tits. That was PG.
PG. Yeah.
Gary, things were better in the before times.
You wouldn't even be allowed to show them. I mean, could you imagine if the MCU ever dared to show a woman's breasts?
Okay, all right,
that would be thermonuclear annihilation.
Let's go here. In the current MCU, Marvel announced one of the women's getting their tits out. Which woman is it?
Oh, Karen Gillan. But she's in like human form.
Yeah.
He just wants to see it naked. That's all I want.
That's. I mean, you asked me what I wanted. I mean, as long as we're going to fucking fantasy land, we might as well go there. All right.
Can't just check out some blue titties.
There'll be metal or something.
He wasn't even thinking about Nebula. He was just
Karen Gillan. It's Karen Gillan getting a tits out.
I don't care.
Amy Pond, yes. Wrong franchise, Gary.
I don't give a shit.
See, it would be CGI She-Hulk. I think that's what it would.
It's got to be Peggy Carter. I mean, the young version, like not the old one.
Oh, I don't know. I'll take all of it. I'll take any naked Haley Atwell. I'll take that all day, every day, mate.
That would be glorious.
That movie like 30 times in the theater.
Yeah,
makeup, like,
billion right there. I want the 8K. Never mind the fucking 4K, please.
I think we've actually worn out our digital copy. So many people wanted to see it.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen a digital copy get more.
An entire streaming service gets shut down from too many pauses.
How on earth have you got grain on your digital copy? Keeps going zzz when he gets to the bit. Yeah, you can tell when this has been paused a lot. And then his second super chat said, I had a thought. SnyderCon is this weekend. And wouldn't it be funny if they did announce the restoration of the Snyderverse with Henry there and he gets more buzz than James Gunn's DC universe?
I would love to see that, just to see the reactions. Yeah, that'd be nice, but it's never going to happen.
And what if we got to see Karen Gillan's tits?
Human form.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan as Lois Lane, first job.
Yeah.
Is there any expectation of like significant announcements at SnyderCon or whatever that is? I'm guessing he's going to be talking about Rebel Moon.
Yeah, I think it's a way to like get the Snyder fans to support Rebel Moon. which is a Star Wars pitch that they turned down. Then he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do my own thing."
Yeah.
So
Well, let's hope it's good.
I hope it's good.
I know he's made some shit recently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Army of the Dead, anyone?
Snyder Cut wasn't that badass. Jeez.
At least I could see the Snyder Cut. Fucking Army of the Dead was like the focal point was on the top left-hand side of the fucking screen, and everything else was fucking blurry. And it's like, dude, I like Vegas. I can't see it.
Dude, that premise was perfect, and he did nothing with it. Zombies in Vegas. Come on.
I know, right?
Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
Aurora uplinks with a $5 says writing fan script where Laura Dawn plays director Izzard, an intelligence officer famous for brainwashing Republic people into committing treason.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
What's that
Great.
referring to?
I
Good
don't know.
luck.
Did he do a? I don't know if he did a Star Wars. I don't know.
All right.
Eddie
Thank you.
Izzard?
Eddie Izzard is cross-dressing. I love seeing a cross-dressing Eddie Izzard as an intelligence officer.
Eddie Izzard? Have you been humping nitrous, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm broken today, mate. I'm broken.
This
I am
ladies and
broken.
gentlemen, is your brain on The Witcher.
Yes. This is my brain on fucking current day pop culture. It's just melted away.
And you've only got, what, 5 minutes before that trailer's out as well.
Ooh, boy.
Oh boy.
I got to hang out for that one. Hang out.
Father Christopher Miller has been a bard for 7 months. Thank you. And Flying Piranha has been a bard for 13 months. Thank you. And John Bonjour has been a sorcerer for 4 months. Says, keep up the great work. Why, thank you, ma'am. Chuck Struxenhausen with a $2. How you doing, dude? Says, hail, chat. Anyone started watching Tulsa King yet? You've
Yes.
seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm like 4 episodes in, very much enjoying it.
Oh, you're finally watching it. That's good. I love it.
Yes, you pressured me into it, and I like
Yeah.
it. Stallone is
Wow.
fantastic in it.
Bullying's
Really enjoy it.
alive and well.
I thought it was very woke. That's what the Daily Wire said.
Okay, Jack Posobiec.
You've literally got Stallone there, like stoned out his mind, ranting about pronouns and how they don't make any sense anymore. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Lego C has become a member at the sorcerer level. Thank you. Flying Piranha with a $2 says yes. I think somebody just maybe I don't know. Irish Not Sane has been a Witcher for 11 months. Says without Gary and still late. We weren't late. Must be the drinker's fault. We weren't late. We started on time. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, they started on time. I was late because of
Technical
this
issues.
mother fucking thing broke, and without this mother fucking thing, I can't record a video. So there you go. So I had to buy another one. And you know how I had to buy it as? I'm going to bore you with this story because I went through it and I was a half hour late. I had to buy it with a camera. So I had to, like, they wouldn't sell the damn thing separate. It's the only way I could get one today. So,
What, with a DSLR camera?
yeah, so I'm going to be a dick.
Gary, you should have.
I hate doing this, but I'm going to return it.
You should have said, "I am an influencer, sir. I
I did. And they're
people.
like, who the fuck are you?
I will tell my people that you're.
I am an
mean
important
man."
influencer. Yeah, they told
This
me.
is
Yeah.
a
Sort of-
nicer popular.
This is a Wendy's. Yeah.
Robert McDonald with a $20 says, so, are we going to see Mauler in Conan Exiles building the city of As Vegas?
That's Vegas. You doing that?
Yeah.
Is that something you're doing?
Well, I went into the desert and I built a city. A little bit.
That's awesome.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll
As
come
I need-
visit maybe.
I needed to get away from the women and their stupid fucking animals.
Um.
And it's
Well,
so
they
much
have-
more.
Why don't you just have Shad cook them all?
Yeah.
Cause
The women,
Shad's-
not the animals.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they keep coming back to life.
Oh,
The women keep going back. Damn.
Yes.
It's just like
That's
real
not
life.
good. Psycho Mouse with a $5 says, hello, Mauler. I'm upset with you for introducing me to the gaping void that is Movie Bob on your latest EFAP. Have a good day.
Oh, dude.
There's a rabbit hole.
Wow. I was watching and listening to some of that, and vintage Bob right there.
Yeah.
Vintage Bob.
I think I told Drinker about it, but basically, we covered his video he was talking about how Marvel fatigue's not real. And his broad point was that we go through ups and downs all the time, and that we're just in a bit of a low right now, but it'll go right back up soon enough. Don't you worry about it. Nobody actually... You think he said, like, nobody in the public is actually bored of Marvel stuff. That's just critics and fanboys saying this shit. He said it's not about fatigue. It's about changes in cultural positioning across the chronological passage of time. We were all just like, the fuck does that mean?
Wow.
Why?
He doesn't talk to other human beings, does he? He doesn't bounce his ideas up like other people to maybe think like, maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe that's fucking stupid. I mean, he might have had an argument after Doctor Strange Mom. Bad movie, still made a lot of money. But after Ant-Man Quantumania flopped, not a very good argument.
Well, that's the thing. The video was made before
we're pretty deep
Ant-Man flops.
into a very unsuccessful run.
He didn't have that information at the time, so it makes the video age horribly. But he also
okay, we'll be fair.
He just seemed angry, like, because he loves his.
I mean, I would be if I had to wake up every day and be movie Bob.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him.
I mean, we can also argue that every movie that preceded Doctor Strange Mom lost money.
Yeah, no, it's a big old downward trend. He kept saying it was COVID throughout the video. He was like, it's COVID. It's COVID did it. COVID, 100%. And then he said, like, yeah, okay, Maverick did really well, but even I knew that was going to happen. I could have called that a mile away. It's like, what does that have to do with anything that you're saying?
You could just tell as well, he fucking hates Top Gun Maverick. I bet you he hates the fact that it did really well. Because it, like, represents everything he despises. It's just like, no wonder he's angry.
Oh well.
Yeah, sorry for introducing you to that creature. I mean, okay.
Is the Flash trailer out yet?
T minus any second now.
Good episode. I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to a lot.
I hope you didn't get any brain damage or anything.
I'm just waiting for it to drop any moment.
No more than I already have, Waller.
Trevor Sumner has been a Witcher for 18 months. Says, woohoo! 18 months. Hail as Morley and Drinker. 199 represent. It probably has been represented in a t-shirt by now, knowing Jeremy.
Knowing Jeremy, yes, they will be available at the meetup tomorrow.
Aurora uplinked with a $5 says, so I heard Nerdrotic yesterday and was surprised to hear him talking about my super chats that I forgot about and caught you saying mine today. Thanks. We read out the supers, dude. Yeah. We read out the supers. If we can't get it on the show, then we do super chat square ups where we go through the supers that were missed on the live. So yeah. Alex Jelena with a $10 says, imagine if movie Bob and Jim Sterling morphed into one creature. That's some Lovecraftian horror there.
At the same place at the same time.
Call it Jim Bob.
Jim Bob. Oh man.
Oh, somebody AI art that thing.
No. Yeah,
my eyes.
My eyes. Okay. Oh, I just put The Flash into YouTube.
Oh my.
And we are third with this live stream.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, yeah, but wait, do it in incognito or whatever, because that's your search results.
Good point.
Well, he's probably already in incognito because of the porn he was searching before the show started.
There's no porn on this PC.
Have
Keep telling people.
The 5 other PCs, however, is
that's on the iPad.
That's what I've been using my Meta PCs for.
Gary's got a bookmarked Karen Gillan human.
Yeah. It's Karen Gillan.
It's rendering some AI generated porn as we speak for it.
Yes, it is.
I need all the processing power you can give me, sir.
Give it all you got.
Yes. Yes. Aurora Lovely again with a $5 says, would you feel like the Thrawn threat would be better served as a permanent baddie in the background pulling strings for several TV series? Look, I'll say this, right? I don't need fucking Disney faking more Disney that's Marvel Disney. Come up with something fucking better than just fucking copying each other's homework all the time.
Right.
Well, they deleted it from canon and then stole it. Like
And stole it back. It's kind of like Rings of Power, stolen fan fiction, except it was real fiction with the EU. Those books that Kathleen Kennedy said they never had.
Yeah.
Such a dumb.
Oh my god. She just gave herself away as somebody knows nothing about Star Wars. Nothing, doesn't care, knows nothing about it. Not that we didn't know, but and all she's wanting to do is just put a fucking intersectional shit onto the screen. Well done. You fucking tanked possibly one of the world's greatest franchises.
No, it was the world's greatest franchise, like monetarily for film franchise. You got to be specific about that. It was number one, a clear number one. Nothing was even close.
Jeez.
Not anymore.
No, now it's a shitty TV show on a streaming network.
But don't worry, you got a movie coming in 3 years about Rey.
The Flash trailer's up now, by the way.
The trailer
Flash trailer is out.
It is.
Flash trailer is out. My phone is going bing bong bong.
Okay. Let me just refresh. Can you check us a link in the private chat? I'm trying to.
Good, I was just looking up
4 minutes
on my
ago. Here
phone.
we go.
Yeah.
Is this it? DC Asia 4 minutes ago.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. DC Asia. If this is the wrong one, just tell us. But
Strap in, boys.
Better not be. Yeah, better not be.
Strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
When did it come out?
Just
Hey, Gary, make some math jokes.
This is the power of math, people. That's all I can think of right now. It's
Power
Asians.
of math.
It's Asians.
I'm gonna say,
Look,
fuck.
he looks like he wants to kidnap and groom you.
That's what he's doing. He's running. He's running to kidnap you.
He's all, I see children.
Was it like
I was going to say that's the power. That's the power of his acting, but maybe not.
Yeah,
Ooh. Here we go. Oh, God, I might have to turn
am
down.
I starting this off badly? Sorry.
That's fine.
Cut the clip.
Sorry, they're gonna claim this clip anyway. So what the fuck do we get?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a trailer for a trailer.
Super.
Stop it! Stop treating your fucking customers like the fucking window lickers!
Well,
We know it's a trailer!
I mean, to be fair, the critics need it.
I've seen you
Typically,
lick a
the
window
critics need
before.
it. Like,
Collider cut.
yeah. we need to think it like this is, they're doing a screening for the critics at CinemaCon here in Las Vegas today, and they might need a trailer for a trailer. Okay. We are talking about corporate critics.
All right, let's get through this. Just a drinker can get the fuck out of here.
Like me too.
If it gets that bad, I might just bail halfway through.
Just halfway, just go. It's just
Yeah.
fucking vanish.
Watching Ezra Miller get dropped out of a plane is quite amusing.
Apparently he did. He didn't have a parachute on, but he still lived because he's Ezra Miller. Just carried on going. Initial thoughts? I mean, I don't think it looked. I mean, I thought it looks like. I don't know. It could be a popcorn. It could be a popcorn movie.
There's
It
going
looks
to be
like
a
a-
couple of moments that'll be neat, probably, but strictly from a member Barry's point of view, I think. It looks like it's going to be garbage.
It looks like a halfway decent Batman movie trapped inside the moldering corpse of a horrible Flash movie.
Yep.
Did you say
I thought you
moldering?
were gonna say
Yeah, that's the
horrible-
word I learned
horrible-
back in the day, and I've always wanted to use it.
What does it mean?
It's
Is
like
it molding?
decomposing. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like oh God, what did it refer to back then when I saw it? It was like a skeleton that had been like left for a really long time to the point where it was like really brittle and you could touch it; it would just kind of crumble.
That is yes, that is this movie.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know. Supergirl doesn't look great.
No.
Ezra Miller's Ezra Miller. I love Michael Keaton and I love Ben Affleck. It looked I don't know. It could just be a fun romp. I don't know. I didn't find it obnoxious or offensive.
Why do they just keep wasting Batman? I just hate to see this. It's like they keep having all these great Batman ideas or actors or whatever, and it's just like they don't know what to do with it, and they always get stuck inside other movies.
And fucking Ezra Miller is terrible as Barry Allen. He's fucking awful. He's a terrible Barry Allen. If it was different actors playing Flash, I'd be way more interested. Even with the shoddy looking CGI.
Should have got Grant Gustin to do the other Flash.
And it'll probably be pretty forgettable. It'll probably do really well on its first weekend. Have probably a massive drop off. People are talking like $1.5 billion for this movie. It's like, I don't think so.
Wow, what are we basing that on? Why are they saying?
DC fans, the DC fans on Twitter. There's no tracking.
Well, all those DC Batman fans that showed up for Black Adam and Shazam too.
The Batman, right? The Batman didn't even get half. Like 1.5 for.
No, it didn't. Like he's coming back is a big deal, and I guess it depends on how much. I think he's in a lot of the movie. It's looking like he's in.
I think Michael Keaton's a bigger draw than Robert Pattinson's personally.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be that much of a bigger draw though, especially with the hampering of like a bunch of bullshit in this movie. Because every time he's on screen speaking, we're all going to be paying attention. Every time he's like, okay, goodbye, Ezra Miller's Flash. I'll see you in 20 minutes for my next scene. We're all going to be like, oh, no.
Imagine if the real narrative focus was like Ben Affleck's Batman meeting Michael Keaton's Batman and them like reconciling their different lives and stuff, the different paths they've gone on. And the Flash was just there to kind of facilitate that. That would be the basis of a pretty cool movie. But that's not what we got.
The film opens, the Flash does the fucking paradoxical whatever Flashpoint shit, and then just leaves.
or just passes out, like falls into a coma. It's like, oh no, we can't revive him. Oh well.
What they should have done is they should have got Jeffrey Dean Morgan to play Thomas Wayne, and that's how this movie should have done.
Flashpoint, like if you want to do a proper Flashpoint, but this is like it's a bastardized Flashpoint. What's what Mahler said. And as you know, Drinker, this is one of the most expensive movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if it crashes and burns? What if it does like awful?
Well, doesn't it have to hit $1 billion to break even this movie?
That's the rumor. I don't know for sure, but it cost.
I think this is going to do
$600 million to make.
I think this is going to do 800 to 850 million.
Yeah, and
what they should have done was No Way Home, but for Batman.
Yes.
You should have just done that.
Yep.
Let's just copy Sony's homework that worked.
I mean, it would have made him loads of money, so why not?
I'll be impressed if it gets above 700 million. It might, but I just don't see it.
I got no bet on this one. I don't know what's going to happen because it's such a mess.
It depends on the other cameos that are because there are rumors of many other cameos, and I even heard from a guy who saw the screening that there's I don't know if it's in a picture or something, like Adam West is in it.
Yes, I've heard. Yeah, there's actually 3 Batmen in this movie.
Yeah,
it is.
Adam West Batman.
Adam West is the missing Batman. But I think that's gonna when he does the multiverse thing, when he starts.
I heard Nick Cage is Superman. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh God, make it happen, please! I would go and see it for that alone.
I would too. I would too.
I hear that Cavill and Gal Gadot are both in it.
You did? I heard they cut it out. Like they did. They did film scenes, and they were in a cut. So if they're in it,
the rumor I heard about Nicolas Cage Superman is he's fighting some kind of giant monster in the background of a scene. That's all.
Yeah,
it'll be a giant spider.
Would it be?
No, it'll be a giant. It'll be a giant spider because this is what they wanted from this movie.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
But Brainiac was meant to. His head was meant to detach and go onto the giant spider as the giant spider's head.
Oh, okay.
So we could get both. We could get Brainy Spider-Ack.
Well, imagine if they could digitally put in Christopher Reeve, his version of Superman as well. That'd be nice.
Oh, at this point, we're just saying just shove it all in because you've already got this far.
Yeah.
Just shove everything in.
This is a nothing movie. This is a movie that means nothing whatsoever.
It's not much of a movie. It's more of like a shelf in a merchandise shop. And we were all just walking past it, and we're like, I like that.
Well, yeah, because I'm just looking at which toys I'm going to buy.
The best thing we're going to get out of it is the 1/6 scale Michael Keaton Batman.
Yes.
That's I mean.
Yep.
And juiced from Jazz Inc. making that Batwing.
Yes, and I do have to go.
And the Bat Cycle.
You're right.
Right. Both. Drinker said I need to go in about 15 minutes. About an hour ago.
Yeah. Well, there was no way I was leaving before I saw that trailer, so yeah. I've experienced it.
Drinker, is there anything you'd like to plug before you go, sir?
No, I'm happy with where I'm at in life, so thank you.
Okay.
That is a fair point. That's a beautiful message right there. You know?
Tune in for open bar on Thursdays.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Muller's got it.
That's why you do have a beautiful life. You know, well, apart from being published. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. Really appreciate it. Gary, anything you'd like to plug before you go?
You don't have time, and I don't have time. Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby.
Thanks for having me on.
Plugging Vegas.
Thank you, both of you. Take care. Loves yous.
See you, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, fella. Bye, chat.
Goodbye, all.
Oh, thank God.
I know. Thank fuck, they're gone.
Just talk and talk and talk. Oh, I have opinions. Oh, ridiculous. We, on the other hand,
we don't have any opinions at all. No, sir.
I want to see my Batman. I want to see Michael Keaton Batman.
I don't want to see Michael Keaton Batman. I just want to see him do his Batman. I want to see him be nice. Look, I mean, I thought that looked like generic sort of 6 out of 10, just nonsense trash.
Some generous shit right there.
It could be fun. No, but I mean, not in a disrespectful way. I think it just might be turn off your brain fun.
Well, I'm saying you're being generous. I think it's going to be a mess. There's shit all over the place. No one's going to make sense of that story.
I know. And of course, there's shit everywhere.
Batman's pooping everywhere.
It's literally smeared all over this. But it's just, you never know. You never know.
You spot a Batman, and you're like, oh, I like it when he goes into the mood with the bat symbol. It's,
Dude, they just released a Batman trailer for the final Flash trailer.
It's so great. I love it. It's such a weird. I don't even know what to say. Like, the movie industry is bizarre.
Yeah, I think it could be.
It's like everyone knows what they were supposed to make. Everyone knows, including the people who make this film. They knew what they were supposed to make, but they didn't make it.
I don't know what they were trying to make in that trailer. I just know there were people. But I like Michael Keaton. Yeah, I like Michael Keaton and I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think they're both great as Batman.
If only we could get the Flash stuff out of the Flash movie.
If we bring Christian Bale in, have the 3 Batmen, the 3 amigos.
Oh,
hey,
I see.
I'm a Batman too. Shit, let's go solve some crime and shit and stuff. I don't know. Gotta go to the cinema instead. The new John Wick's out. Okay. And then just literally turn the camera onto the John Wick.
Why not? Then you have Mario turn up.
At the end, just walks out, bumps into somebody. Sorry, mate. It's me. It's Mario.
Jumps on Zod's head.
Zod dies. Do you want to come watch my movie? And then they go into another theater, and then he just turned the camera on the Mario movie.
And you know what? We're probably years away from this actually happening. You can't parody it anymore.
Oh man. I honestly don't know what I watched. I couldn't make any sense of that trailer. I didn't know what the stakes were. I don't know who the bad guy is.
And isn't the end supposed to be a reset? Like they do something that kills the timeline or whatever and sets up the James Gunn timeline or something.
Who knows?
But then we got to do Aquaman still.
And Blue Beetle.
Yeah. Oh God. Feel bad for all the people.
But doesn't that mean then that Aquaman and Blue Beetle are set in the reset universe?
They're set in the Titanic universe, basically. They're just sinking into the waters of.
Well, Aquaman's gonna be okay. I don't know about Blue Beetle.
Blue like the water, okay? He'll be fine.
I don't even know what I watched. No clue.
But I would want to troll them on like the red carpet if they promoted Aquaman 2. Be like, where do you think this movie leads? Like, what's next for Aquaman or something like that? You just be like, that's funny. It's really funny. It's just like
Aquaman sinks to the bottom of the ocean when it fails at the cinemas. What do you think? I'm thinking about titles for videos already.
Oh, they would. Yeah, you're good to go with all of them. But
yeah,
will it fail? I don't even know anymore. I don't know what money superhero movies are making after what we've seen recently. Guardians
I think
is going
Guardians
to be a big.
would be a good indicator. I think.
Yeah.
Because if Guardians
will
does
tell us.
well, then that means there's still people that want to watch. But if Guardians doesn't do well, oh dear me, it could all just fall apart. All of it.
What
Flash.
do you think? What do you think is the line between healthy and unhealthy in terms of box office that Guardians could get? Like, what would be for you the moment where it goes from being like, oh, they're in trouble to, oh, okay, they're okay?
I would say if the Guardians movie does around 800, I'd say good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if Guardians does 600, not very good.
Yeah, I think that's about right. It's a big chunky
So
$200 million line.
So if it does like 700 million or something, I'd be like, all right, did all right, you know?
What do you want to happen?
Do you want the honest answer?
Do it.
The honest answer is I don't care.
Oh. Well,
I have, but not in a, I'm just trying to be an arsehole kind of way. In a, they have made me not care about the MCU. I don't care about any of the characters anymore. I don't give a shit. I like Chris Pratt. I don't care if Star-Lord dies. I don't care if Drax dies. I don't care. The whole MCU from Phase 4 onwards is it's fanfic crap. It's fanfic, just shite. I have no investment in any characters anymore. None. I don't care.
They're like the only ones I do have investment left in because they weren't too damaged by other events, you know.
But I think the whole of Phase 5 has Phase 4 and obviously the start to Phase 5. All of it is just it doesn't matter who you are anymore. This phase, this section of the MCU is not, to me, doesn't feel real. Doesn't feel investable.
Yeah, no,
so I don't care. So it's the Guardians, but to me, it's not the Guardians from the first two. It's just the Guardians in this now bastardized, crappy universe, and I don't care.
You're gonna see it though, right?
No.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, I might go see it with my friend Captain Jack Sparrow.
And I assume on recommendation of other people, maybe if people saying you should go see it.
Right. If let's say you went to a Wednesday, Thursday showing, and you said, "Hey, Az, it's really fucking good. I would go see it on Friday before FNT then."
Okay.
But if you let's say you watched it on the Thursday and then you went, this is. Then if Gary's like, you have to watch the movie, then maybe I'll go see it with my friend Captain Jack Sparrow.
For me, I want it to be good. As for whether or not I want it to be successful, is complicated because it's like on one hand, I think every good movie should have success, right? That's like the way it should happily work. But on the other,
that would mean something completely different. If the movie was good and doesn't do well, then that means there is legitimate superhero fatigue.
Oh yeah, they're in serious trouble if it's a really good movie and it doesn't make money or enough money.
So if it is good and it does bad, but we already have a DC movie by James Gunn.
We did, and it didn't do well.
And it did appalling. Not just didn't do well.
That released on digital as well, though, right?
Not too sure. Can't remember.
I think it did, which is fair to factor in, which is why Black Widow gets that factored in as well. But the recent examples that are just undeniable would be Shazam and Ant-Man. Those two have set the tone recently.
I liked it. I did like it, but it did what, like 27 million on release, opening weekend or whatever.
The Suicide Squad you're talking about? Yeah. It failed, I think, right? Yeah. And he still got Peacemaker out of it because they were just going ahead with him.
Never watched it. I saw clippets from it, and it just looked like utter trash.
I wasn't a fan.
Shitting all over characters which are a bazillion times better. than they are. I'm just going to
Someone
see.
in chat's got Longman hates every movie in this world. Not all of them. I like. I just said I like the Suicide Squad.
When I was on EFAP the other day, and we're just praising everything, and then we get to the one thing, and I was just like, I don't like that. And then somebody in chat like, fucking ass hates everything.
You've got to be careful.
Literally just been praising everything I've seen so far, apart from this one thing.
Well, I recently praised the shit out of the Tetris movie. I think
I want to see. I haven't seen that yet, but I really want to see that.
Some good stuff. Fun movie.
Right. The Suicide Squad did a worldwide 167 million.
Yeah.
55 domestic, 111 international. That is less than Birds of Prey. Now, Birds of Prey did come out pre-COVID, but Birds of Prey did 200 million.
Ouch, indeed.
I don't think that studios realize that they are pitching very niche content to normies, to normies, and normies don't know who the fuck these people are.
You talking about Blue Beetle? Or
Well, I'm talking about a lot of these characters. Never mind just Blue Beetle. They don't know who these fucking people are. So, Shazam? Who's Shazam?
Yeah. There was a time, like when Ant-Man actually first came out, there was that time where they could launch, and they needed to launch as much as they could, probably. That's probably how they felt. That's probably what explains Phase 4. They thought, we need to start launching everything and get it off its feet before we run out of steam, but that didn't work out.
No. Well, Booster Gold's prime example. Oh my god, brain's dead. But pretty much everything that James Gunn announced. The Authority. Who the fuck is the Authority?
That's what I mean. There are comic book fans who are going to be like, huh?
I don't know anything about the Authority.
That's what I'm saying.
Apart from, it's got basically a gay Superman and a gay Batman in a relationship together.
Thank goodness.
A pseudo gay Batman, pseudo Superman, and a pseudo Batman in a gay relationship. That's all I know about the Authority. That is it. That's the extent of my Authority knowledge.
But you're right. Even Shazam, that's something that ask the average person, they'll be like, could they tell you if he's DC or Marvel, do you reckon? The average person?
Well, his name was Captain Marvel.
I don't even think they'd know that.
That's what his name was for decades. And then they realized that they're essentially just giving free marketing to their rivals for decades. Because I don't think Captain Marvel was actually a DC character when he first was created. I think DC bought him to bring into DC Comics. So they adapted it to Shazam, which is what he said to turn into Captain Marvel. So now they just call him Shazam instead of Captain Marvel. 4-set comics. There you go. Let's read some soups, dude, because we are up against the clock.
Yes.
Let's read some soups to bring this party to an end. And I can get all my copyright claims in the next hour. And I might do some Conan Exile afterwards. I might not. I might just watch a lot of true crime videos and get to bed or something. I got Frankie tomorrow and Thursday, so got Frankie for the next couple of days. THX1138 with a 12-month sorcerer says, it's been a great year, Az. Thank you for the awesome streams. It's Highland Fling weekend at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. Kilt time. Oh my. Better not be wearing any pants underneath. Grayson Barnett with a $10 says, editing my book has been the longest amount of time I've been voluntarily sober since Afghanistan. It's a tragic comedy about a missing person case gone awry in a brothel. GoFundMe, Merchant of Souls. There you go. Merchant of Souls on GoFundMe by Grayson Barnett. If that sounds interesting to you folks, go check it out. Aurora Uplink again with the $10 is because if season 3 of Mando can be repaired through a movie and then a new season, Thrawn could act like an intelligent cause of New Republic failing. The Thrawn books had to be limited, unlike TV. My answer to that is I don't care about Disney Star Wars in the slightest.
My answer is set your expectations to fucking stun, as in
Yeah, it's just stunned of how bad it is.
Yeah, we've said it for years at this point. They will do Thrawn, and it will not be what you want.
Oh, it'll be Trump. It'll be Elon Musk, and it looks like Elon Musk. It looks like blue Elon Musk. It does. Do you see the picture?
Is there going to be a Star Wars Twitter that he buys?
Well, disinformation. There'll be like disinformation campaign. They're allowing people to speak. He's uncensoring everybody. But really,
he's cloning evil. He's cloning evil. Stop him.
No. I heard an awful rumor that there was going to be some Snoke stuff and. John Sullivan with a £10 said, I am rather ashamed to admit it. I have never watched a single minute of Star Trek TNG, but with how things are these days, I'm happy to say I just ordered the box set, excuse me, on Blu-ray, and I can't wait. It is amazing television. You're gonna love it, especially season 3 onwards. A lot of people talk about but season 3 onwards is definitely when they did hit their stride, and season 3 is possibly the greatest season of television has ever been.
Damn.
Yeah.
I should see that shit.
You should see that shit. I would love you to see that shit. You would be like,
I would make that face. Damn.
There'd be no way. You'd be like, how does stuff like this get made? And we have what we have today.
I already feel that way.
Oh, I know, but you know, it'll be it just emphasize that.
Watch most TV in the 90s, and you'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But even average TV, even average TV back then, that were like, it's fine.
Yeah, no.
You look back and like, holy shit, that was good. But when you watch something that was holy shit really good back then, it's like mecha levels of incredible when you watch it back now.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my god, this characterization, this script, this writing is so good.
Like I said, watching Mando, I was so thirsty for just a line of characterization. Just tell me, like someone just goes, I like cheese. I would have been like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, we're starting to understand now why he has those nightmares.
The cheese nightmares.
He eats too much cheese before bed. I get it. No, I mean, I try to watch Star Trek TNG every few years, like every 3 years or so. I'll just start watching the whole thing again from scratch. And I finished it about a year ago. Say about a year ago, I did a run, and there were some episodes I was just watching, and I was literally just like, the writing is incredible, just incredible.
I tend to watch the Red Light Media coverage of it, and they often talk about TNG because they adore it. There's one thing they mentioned, I was just like, oh, I love TV like that, where they show this clip where someone's, I guess, knocking on the door or alerting Picard while he's in his office, and he has his feet up, and then he puts his feet down, faces forward, and then says, come in, sort of thing.
Come in.
And it's not given like a huge amount of attention because it's pretty quick, but it's just characterization right there.
Yes. Like he's in his ready room. He's relaxed. He's doing his thing. But somebody wants to come in and speak to him, and he goes formal and captain.
I miss. We have to make this point in EFAP all the time that like action scenes are one of the biggest moments to characterize, but a lot of shows and a lot of movies that don't even realize that. But now they don't even realize that fucking dialogue can characterize people.
Well, I mean, one of the beauties about something like TNG, for example, is there is a very specific chain of command. For all the way that the characters like each other, when it's business, it's business. You know, when it's work, and there is a very strict chain of command. You don't get any of this, Captain. I just, you know, I don't know, you can go fuck yourself, you fucking fuck. That we get now, you get, you know, if somebody was to, like, there's an episode where Data has to take over the Enterprise for a bit because Riker's off, Picard's off, they're doing other stuff. And Worf is his acting number one. And Data is an android. He's very methodical in his process. So they're trying to locate Riker, and they're trying to locate Picard. And Data narrows everything down. He does things very methodically, and he narrows it down. Worf's very frustrated because Worf just wants to headlong in. And then when Data gets the information he wanted, he said, right, let's go here, plot a course, let's go, Mr. Worf. And then Worf goes, right, at last. And then Data just says, Miss Worf, can I just have a word with you in the ready room, please? He says, of course, Captain. Yes, sir. And he takes him in the ready room and he fucking bollocks him. He says, your job as the number one is to carry out the captain's orders. And Worf's just like, well, Captain Picard doesn't mind when I speak my mind. He says, yes. He says, Picard will take, we will take recommendations, but once a decision has been made, it is your job to enact the orders of the captain and not question them or show frustration in front of the crew. And Worf's just like, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And I hope I haven't. And Data's like, I hope this, doesn't end. I'm sad if this has ended our friendship. And Worf's just like, no, it's you're right. I messed up, and I would still like to class you as a friend, and I would like to continue. And Data was just like, if you want, I will remove you as number one. I will replace you. You can go back to tactical, and I won't put it in your record. I'll just do it as a transfer. And Worf's just like, I'm sorry. No, it was wrong, and I hope that I haven't jeopardized our friendship because of it. It's very well done, and it's all very chain of command, and it's not emotions. It's matter of fact chain of command conversation. Riker, everyone, they offer Picard suggestions, but when Picard makes a decision, you execute the decision that's made by the captain.
The modern creators underestimate how memorable a scene of just two people talking can be.
Yes, the power of that. Because there's another, my personal favorite episode, which is very difficult because there's so many good ones. It's called The Drumhead. And you'll probably be aware of Drumhead trials, which they were like in the Napoleonic Wars and stuff like that. Somebody would be accused of something, they'd literally get railroaded into a drumhead trial, just found guilty and killed, whatever. Very savage. And there's an episode where it looks like there's been some sabotage from the warp core, and they find a saboteur, they find a spy, and they bring somebody on board to find them, and then that person's like, yeah, they're witch hunts. They're witch hunts. And then the person who was brought on board is just like, I think this goes deeper. So like, okay. And so they find this other guy, Simon Tarsis, a Vulcan person out of the academy. I don't even think he was an ensign. And there's like something not right about this guy, something not right about his record, and he's brought on trial. And it actually turns out he's not Vulcan. He's not half Vulcan. He's half Romulan. But the reason why he put on his Starfleet application that he was half Vulcan is because of the volatility between the Romulans and Starfleet. And he didn't want to be looked at or dismissed as a potential villain, spy, whatever. He just wanted to be in Starfleet. And the woman just goes, this person who brought in just starts dragging people in to this trial. And then it gets to the point where she wants Picard on the stand. And she gets Worf. She gets Worf to like carry out her orders and shit. And Worf does it. And it's at the end when it's brought to light that, you know, she's just gone on a witch hunt, an absolute witch hunt. And she's exposed, and Picard does this incredible speech, and she just explodes and gives herself away. Worf comes in to Picard at the end of the episode in the ready room, in the conference room. And Worf was just like, I just didn't see it, Captain. I just didn't see who she was. And Picard just said, "This another. I'm gonna have to, you know, do a short version of this." But Picard does another great speech. Then anyway, it's like, mustache twirling villains are easy to see, but those who veil themselves with good intentions, there's the ones you have to be. You know, they're the ones who you don't. And we have to be forever vigilant, because there will always be people like this. And it's incredible. It's just, you know, it's just incredibly powerful episode that is for the most part talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's insanely good. And that's what it's like. Like seasons 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 of TNG are just out of this world good. That's why I keep going back to watch it.
I'll get it watched at some point, and then I'll watch Picard season 3.
Yeah, I get that reference. Okay, right. Let's smash through a couple of more supers, and then on Sunday I'll have to do a super chat square up, and I'll go through all the ones that didn't go through. So apologies if I don't get to yours. Jin Wong with a 50 Australian says, previously on Clownfish TV is a collection of wholesome comic strips based on true stories from our favorite YouTube family. It includes how Neon and Geeky Sparkles met, the tale of their epic 80s toys, and their run with the evil Kevin Smith. Cool. Check it out. Clownfish are great. I like Clownfish. This never happened to the other fella with a $50. Says, cheers! Loved Picard season 3. Ed Spielers chewed up the scenery. His performance screams Doctor Who. If he announced that he identified as a multi-gender who finds Dylan Mulvaney the Rosa Parks of our time, he would have been offered the role. Yes, correct. Dylan Mulvaney. Totally not a scam artist. Vel Fox with a $20 says, when in doubt, deflect any and all criticism on nonsensical bullshit and pin it on the system and not the quality of your writing. Yes. How dare you say my writing's a little dodgy poo? How dare you?
That's one of the things that drives me nuts. There's a lot of videos getting made these days of like why Phase 4 was bad, why Marvel's falling apart, why this is falling apart, and you always come up with these crazy conspiracy things of like, you see, it was actually the choice to have Thanos in this play, it was this character doing this, and like when we watch anything like that on EFAB or offline or whatever, I'm just sitting there like, you can just say it's badly written. It doesn't actually need to be more complicated than that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just really fucking bad. These people are very bad at writing stories, and they're everywhere.
Really bad at writing stories, really bad at characterization.
It's incredible to get so familiar with some of the Marvel stories. Let's take, for instance, MOM and Quantumania, and to know those two writers for those two projects are making the Avengers movies. It's like that doesn't sound real, and it's like it is. That's what's happening. And you're like, what? And then you have people being like, yeah, but the thing is, it was that they weren't connected. That was the main problem. It's like, no, it's got nothing to do with that at all. It's like,
No.
oh, the big thing was not building up Kang as a proper villain. It's like, no, it's got nothing to do with that either. It's literally just hideously bad writing.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously, you can
no
delve
two ways
deeper
about
and talk about individual goals like different writers have and stuff. I'm totally on board with that. It's just that we there was this video that was saying like, you know, Thanos, he was properly set up. We knew exactly what we were getting. I was like, does everyone fucking rewrite history? No one knew what we were getting before Infinity War. We were like, he's a purple dude and he wants the stones. That's all we know. Obviously, not going from comic sources and stuff, but it just annoys me because it's like Kang, he needed to be in all the movies in Phase 4. That's what would have fixed it up. It's like, no, it still would have been shit.
What did I don't think you like it. I think it's the best Marvel movie.
Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. What did that have to do with Thanos?
Exactly. And that's the thing. I don't care if they're. I want a good movie. If it interconnects, that's a great little bonus. But don't let it cost the movie like its story, please.
And when you constantly defeat your villain,
ugh. And he's. I mean, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, how it's all going to shake out. But the idea that all this happens and then like he might even be recast, it's like. God, this story when it's complete is going to be such a thing to look at. Imagine buying the box set for like phases 1 through 6 or something. It'd just be like, what is that?
It'd be the horse. It would be the horse. You know?
Yeah.
Whoa! This fell apart. It'd be like Game of Thrones horse. You know?
Oh God, yeah.
Whoa!
Will they make it? Will they make it to fucking phase 6 at this point? I don't
know. Well, apparently Agatha Harkness they are going to release it.
They're committing to that, are they?
And it's going to have musical numbers in it.
Okay, sure, why not? I mean, that's if it were a movie, we'd all get to crowd around the fire and be like, "Look at this!" But because it's a streaming thing, they'll do promotional things like, "Oh, it's doing great, everyone loves it, it's so good, so awesome." Anyway, moving on.
Let's just grab a couple more because we're really up against Scott. Michael Tynan. Michael, how you doing with a $50? Could you be more of a handsome stud legend? Didn't think so. So ugly. Dragonborn 35 Darren with a £50 says, "Hail the high table again. All my favorite YouTubers in one place this is also to go towards your Peeping Tom comic. All of you are the heroes we need to help us through the dark times. Keep up the awesome work." Thank you, Dragonborn. I'm very, very fortunate to do streams with people like Mauler and Gary and Critical Drinker. Amazing people.
Oh, dude, this is a dream job, as we said before.
It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. No Zaku boy can't do a real BBC without a no Zaku boy. But a $50, who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom. The timeline is gaslit. History is being rewritten to better suit a more female future. And Tom has no place in it. Can Tom straighten out the twisted mythology of Mythology. Yes. I think that works well. I think that's great. It's mythology. This is mythology. It's fake. It's fanfic mythology. It's mythology. This never happened to the other fella. Oh no, did that one. Right. Okay, folks. The others, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to grab you on Sunday, but the good news is that now means that there's going to be an afternoon tea with us on Sunday, usually 2:30 p.m. UK time. Morley, is there anything that you'd like to plug, my little sweetheart, before we go?
Oh, you know, we got our Mando episodes coming out gradually. 6 are available, 2 are on the way.
6.
They take a bit of time to edit, you know. And we recently covered, as was mentioned, Movie Bob and his opinions on Marvel fatigue. It was taxing, but we got through it. And I think this week we're going to be checking out 2 videos that have been highly requested. And let's just say I checked out. Well, it's almost like I don't want to spoil, but one of them will be Grace Randolph's Mario review, which is fucking hilarious.
That movie's definitely hitting 1 billion.
Oh yeah, it's done. It's over.
Odin is eating pineapple pizza.
He is,
without a shadow of a doubt.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Tomorrow, I'm looking after a dog. I might do some Conaning though. I might do some Conaning tomorrow. Might do some later tonight. I don't know. We'll see. No promises. We'll see. Thursday, 6 p.m. UK time, What Toys with George the Giant Slayer. Friday, FNT. Everyone is in Vegas. I have no clue what time it's going to start. It's normally an absolute clusterfuck. I'll see you there for that. And then Sunday, we're going to do a afternoon tea with Az to catch up on the super chats from this stream. So massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Massive thank you to Critical Drinker for being a special guest. Of course, my co-host for being amazing, Mauler and Nerdrotic. Everyone all my mods, big thank you for all of that. Everyone who super chatted and membered, gifted memberships, remembered, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And we'll be back next week over on Nerdrotic's channel. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.
Bye.